long as my sound's all working, that's the main thing. Are these guys coming through? The peanuts here, you guys?
Someone's talking about him the other day.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
In 3, 2, 1. What's blue?
Ooh.
Already done.
Oh,
Go.
says Blue.
Bit slow,
Hey
Blue.
Terry, you've got a naked under a blood red sky out there, don't you?
Yeah, I noticed that. We can't have naked people. That's not good.
That's
I was
what
hoping to get 550 subscribers tonight. I only need a couple.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I need 3 more subs. We'll see how we go. Now, I'm not going to share any videos because I don't want to risk anything.
So I haven't checked. Can we be heard out there?
Yeah, I've got you feeding through MicOx 2 over in OBS. It's coming out that end.
Terry.
I'm coming out MicOx. I think that's the way Alan told me to set it in OBS, so I left it.
Yep, we can. Good, sounding good.
It says unmute Terry. What do you mean unmute Terry?
Yeah, before you weren't.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. That's an older post.
I mean, it's older. I'm only just reading it here now.
Nah,
Yes.
he's just messing with you.
Ah. Oh, we've still got a couple hours to go yet. And I think Paul's still thinking. Oh no, he's not.
No, he's already done it.
He's already
No.
thunk. He's already thunk.
Keep up.
So he thunk something. And the scientist has got a G, a little V, capital L, another little G, and a H. Okay.
Yeah.
And today's scientist was a German Nobel laureate who won his prize for his work on inelastic electron collisions in gases. He joined Fritz Haber's unit that introduced chlorine gas as a weapon, but after being seriously injured, he returned to the University of Berlin. Okay. Anyone guessed it?
Clive's not here yet.
Oh.
I did hear of this guy the other day.
Clive?
I've seen the video on
Clive.
this guy before, but I can't remember his name.
Because I remember him talking about.
I don't think that fits in. Gustav, Stewie says Gustav. Holtz.
Who said Gustav?
Oh, Stewie's saying Gustav. How does that fit?
Stewie. Where's Stewie?
Gustav.
I can't say Stewie.
Lugwid Holtz. Irish stew. And then
There's enough letters for
words.
That's the wrong chat because I can't see him.
Maybe. Are you on live chat or just top chat?
I am on live chat now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them all, and I was actually on top chat.
I don't think
I'm
it
pretty sure
shows the same top chat for everyone though.
No, I don't think it does.
I have no idea.
And
what this
also,
guy's
top chat
second
can
name is.
put posts out of time order, can't they?
Yeah. I think even live chat does that sometimes if they're close enough together.
It's not Holtz.
I think it's the same name as a rental company.
It is.
Look at Blue went and
I don't know the
suck.
middle name though.
You got somebody to
I know,
thank
I'm
for
guessing.
all those numbers, Blue.
Yeah, what?
I said you putting over in the shilling that over there to say hashtag thanks, Bev.
Yeah, well, I gotta thank somebody, I guess.
Yeah, I don't even think I got any subscribers from that I know of. I could have got one.
And well, Bev
Yeah,
lost
people.
20 or 30, and I picked up 70. So thank you, Bev.
Yeah.
I can subscribe. Terry only needs 3 more.
There you go. Ma certificate.
I need 10 more. So, because it's been my lifelong wish since I found out that I needed 50 subscribers before I can live stream from my video phone. and I found it last week. So it's been my life's ambition since last week to get to 50 subs.
Get this official looking certificate for the low price of $19.99. Fill your friends.
Oh, that's
pretend to
that's
be
a good deal.
whatever you like.
Because I've seen it on there. It was about $90 or £90. So that's a good price.
Oh, okay, so it's gone down.
Well, I could download an actual certificate for free, and then modify it myself. But
That sounds like a lot of work.
no, it's not really. I found one that's almost identical to Bev's.
Do you know how lazy Flurfs are?
But I don't think Bev did that. It doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's been described. But yes.
Ugh. So you're not showing any videos, Terry? Do you want one of us to queue up a video or something?
I was gonna give you one of you guys a bit of a an experiment to see if we can do it that way. I'll just go into stream homework and go all the way up till you can find Flat Earth Philosophy. We'll see what videos he's got out lately.
Put up the one with
2 weeks ago, 8 days ago.
Why it's not flooded?
It doesn't really anything, nothing recent. I think he's slowed down. Then he's advertising some sort of T-shirt thing. 8 days ago. Okay, he hasn't really got anything. Okay, that scratches that idea. Who else have we got?
Hey, Timbo, check your subscriber list, mate. I think you might have 3 new subs.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you've gone up.
Well, I think somebody's 3 soccer accounts might have just signed up to you as well.
Amazing how that works.
You might be giving away your soccer accounts to me now, but that's okay. No one else will know. Thanks for that. I'll have a look.
Renee and me. Bailey's ice cream has really kicked. I need to hit a pillow. Okay then. Oh, it's early hours of the morning. He's leaving a bit late.
Have a good night.
It's morning over there.
I thought they had to wait around till it was New Year in their place before they went to sleep.
Gotta wait for another 12, 16 hours.
Yeah.
I got a little under 21 hours.
Okay, who else have we got out there? I know
I
Bev,
need 4
mirrored.
4 more subs.
Bev mirrored
Sorry.
done the same thing as what you did, Timbo. He mirrored a section with Wally on his on Bev's
On the
channel.
last bit, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. They're having a go at that in the chat, so it doesn't surprise me. Cut that out.
Oh, we'll have to do it a bit more often.
I'll give people so they can all listen to. Bev, are you a flat earther?
Yes,
He's
he
such
is.
an easy target. That's the whole thing.
I mean, most of them are. Let's
Hmm.
be honest.
Yeah.
How's Lindsay been doing?
Well, his last one, it looks
He
like he's
never
just
got.
sitting in a chair advertising a T-shirt, but that's the last one he's put
I've
up.
decided we shouldn't watch Lindsay because every time we've gone to watch Lindsay the last 2 weeks in a row, it's crashed the system completely.
Oh,
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
It's Lindsay's fault.
Yeah,
the,
you'll
the,
blame
the,
Lindsay.
the computer doesn't even want to deal with Lindsay. It's like this again. Oh,
Well, then again, has Matt always been here?
Nah,
Oh, we can blame Matt if he's not here.
Why
Yeah.
have I?
You always blame the one who's not here.
Yeah.
well, it's his fault anyway, though.
Oh, Rene's had enough. He's off.
Yeah, he's off. See you, mate.
Bailey's Irish cream has really kicked my ass. It can do, yeah. It can.
Yeah.
I do.
Bloody
Well,
hell.
if anyone
I don't
can
know-
find a
oh.
video, we'll try a video.
Oh, right, that's...
Try mine. I just put the link in. I'll put the video and put the link. Sure, everyone wants to hear this.
I
again.
haven't got Discord back yet. It's still loading everything else. I'm only here because it loaded Zoom first. I thought, right, I can transfer from my phone to my
do you want me
PC.
Terry, do you want me to share it or do you want to play it yourself?
Now try share and see if it works.
Okay.
Should do.
Good deal. I'm going through YouTube. We'll see how that works. This might be tricky. Okay, hang on a sec. Let's see again. Oh, it's gonna go big. Let's try that. Share. Screen.
Yeah, I had a look at some more info about my problem with the computer, and a lot of people are going towards RAM.
Oh,
Yeah, they're saying you could have your RAM could be faulty. Oh, what happened there? Now I've got to make it smaller again. There we go.
yeah, it does that.
It does that on my end.
didn't you
Oh.
say you tested the RAM or did
No,
something with the RAM?
yeah, I did a RAM. I did a memory test, but I've got to go back into the files and actually grab it back out and actually read it to see if it actually said anything was wrong with the RAM.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the RAM.
That was my next step. I was going to do that tomorrow.
So
Check
you
the
getting my
report.
share there too?
Yeah, it's all coming through.
Just because obviously I can't see.
Am I going to have to listen to me shouting at
I don't know.
Uh,
Just that you
For
blame
5 minutes.
Blame Timbo for whatever he's doing, Tank Boy.
I don't mind Tank Boy. I can live with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's better than
I
us.
don't like that.
It's better than us, right?
Arsewipe.
Yeah, you know, you don't always get to choose your nicknames.
Yeah, well, look at the bright spark.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, at the time I was earning my Bright Spark badge, my nickname was Frank because, Donkey and Blue will know this. You turn up, you get assigned to your room during training, and everybody gets to say hello. And one of the other guys looked at me and went, when I introduced myself, and he went, "No, you're not Alan. You're Frank. You look like a Frank. You're Frank." And I was Frank for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll happen.
The really silly thing was when I got posted to my next unit after training, one of the other guys off my course got posted into the same unit. So of course I was still known as Frank, wasn't I? Because that's what he was calling me.
Yeah.
Well, get to go in to speak to your supervisor about your assessments on being posted out for a course, further training course. And he'd actually filled the paperwork in with Frank and not my actual correct name.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, bugger, I've got to start again, have I?
Jimbo, I can't actually hear your video.
It's because you.
Okay, that's right. It's probably because it's not coming through the through my OBS.
Yeah, I went
That's
through
okay.
basic tech school and my first duty station with one of the guys. When we got our second assignment, we're like, okay, where are you going? Because I'm tired of you following me, motherfucker.
My trade was quite small. There was about 9 of us off my course that eventually passed out from trade training.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, but you know, that would cover 2/3 of the units we could be posted to in the UK.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're being sent somewhere really, really odd. And usually you needed to have specialist training and a positive vetting security clearance for that.
Right.
Press play, Timbo.
All right. I was just trying to make sure the audio was there. Let's see what
Did that
happens.
help?
Just a bit.
You hear that or not?
No.
Not yet.
Hmm.
Timbo, you haven't liked your own video.
Ah, the blessing in disguise. But what are you saying? I've got proof that it's not flat. I believe it's horizontal. Ugh.
Nah, not working for me.
There are mountains. Of course, it's not flat.
You know,
Space, of course, I think space is real. There's a distance between objects. That's
You guys
space,
can't hear
isn't
that, can you?
No.
Nope.
it?
No, just checking.
What sound do you got coming into Zoom from your mic from OBS?
Yeah, it's just OBS isn't picking it up. I'll sort it out. I'll play with that. I'll come back to it. Someone else might be able to have a go.
More technical issues.
That's at my end, though. That's not your end.
Okay.
Should just be able to add a new audio source for.
Well, that's what I did, but it
Well,
didn't
somebody
show
else
up in the audio mixer when
somebody else want to try to share it.
the link is in the the chat, the YouTube chat.
Anyone else clever enough to do it?
Let me see if I can get something set up. It might take me a while. So if somebody else has got OBS ready or a way to share it ready.
We still didn't get any other guesses for the scientists.
Oh, we already worked it out. Oh, sorry.
Did we?
I don't. Maybe not have gone out in the chat. I don't know the middle name. I know the first and last name.
My mum said, "Hi Terry, I created a short video from your hilarious interaction with Bev." Okay.
So did I.
Somebody.
I didn't even have to edit it.
No.
They're cutting it shorter.
Yeah. Well, I'd maybe try sharing it, but obviously I have a little problem that I can't until somebody else stops sharing it.
Oh well, I can soon fix that.
Let me stop
I
sharing.
can
Let me
fix
stop
that.
sharing. I can stop sharing.
Okay.
I'm not sharing anymore.
You don't want to have a go either, Farmer. You don't have the expertise with the sound.
I don't think he
No.
wants to listen to it. Again.
What did you do on New Year's Eve? I listened to that utter retard called Bev. Yet again. How do you like to be called a flat earther when you're not a flat earther? Yeah, but Bev, you are a flat earther.
Yeah,
You just
but
ain't
yeah,
got
it's
the
not
balls to admit
flat.
it
It's
anymore.
got hills and valleys and.
Yeah, I've got proof. I've got proof it's not flat. Yeah,
Yeah, the
and you know we're
horizon- the
talking about the
horizon's
overall
level.
shape of it. Oh God, that man's so infuriating, and he knows it, and I'm sure that's why he does it, because he knows it infuriates people. Because he's a wind-up merchant and a piss taker.
Yeah, that's about half of them these days, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you draw a
Got-
line from
got-
point A to point B on a curved surface?
Yes.
No, because you can't draw straight lines on a curved surface.
Well,
Shut up.
Well, a bit.
Oh, look, I'll put my crosshairs up with the laser. There you are. That's horizontal
Look,
there.
all horizontals are parallel, except in all these photos where I appear holding my stick,
Yeah.
and there's a dirty great big tower in the background. But then they're not all parallel. I'm a flat earther, which means I shoot myself in the foot on regular occasions. Look at this photo that proves the Earth isn't flat.
If you would like to give me the correct instruction, is there a particular time you wanted it jumping to, Turtle?
I think it's only like 6 minutes.
Yeah. The whole thing.
Or should I just hit play?
Just hit play.
Asked. The video is quite long, and you should find it available on both Terry's channel and I have on the channel as well.
Is everybody hearing this?
I can. It's quiet. Can you
Continue.
turn it
Yeah.
up?
Small pieces.
It kind of sounds like the video's playing in the toilet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It sounds like it's playing in the next room.
I
I
don't
didn't
think you're
record it in it.
I don't think you're sharing the audio properly, Alan. It sounds like it's coming out of your speakers or something.
Yeah.
That might
It's
be
also
the
playing
case.
very slow too. Yeah.
Farmer's Boy. Can we go back to that?
Oh, that bloody voice.
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from his speakers.
What you want to do? Let's see. Want to discuss being a flat earth?
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from
well,
your
of course.
speakers, Alan.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, it's really quiet for me too.
I mean, we're hearing it, or at least I'm hearing it just fine now.
I thought you
Like,
were
the
having to
first part
go
was
with it
quiet,
too,
but-
Donkey.
And just when you thought Bev couldn't sound any worse.
You got louder.
Let's try again.
Denying being a flat
No,
earth.
same.
No.
Do you,
Is that better?
Do you want to
No, it's the
deny
same.
being a flat earth? What? Do you want to deny being a flat earth? I'm not a flat earth. Yes.
Not quiet now.
God for that.
Can you hear that through my feed?
No.
No.
You want me to have a go, Cherry?
Go for it.
I was gonna say, let's do it. Everybody gets a turn.
Everyone have a try.
Where's the video for a start?
Do you see? I'm not sad that multiple people are clicking on my video.
So where's your video on your channel?
Oh no! Everybody's giving me views.
Yeah, where's the video on your channel, Timbo?
We'll just go.
It's
If
like
you
the
go to
third
YouTube,
newest
you can
video.
click straight on my side and then go straight to my channel. Maybe I'll put it down the bottom again.
Do that. There, since
There you go.
nobody
It's
else
back in the YouTube channel.
is giving
In the
you a
YouTube
like.
feed, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you click on Timbo Turtle it'll take you straight to my channel anyway. So, right on Terry Davies' Aussie Perspective show, we had Bev drop in for a little bit. There was a few questions asked. The video is quite long, and you should find it available on both Terry's channel, and I have it on my channel as well, if you'd like to look at the whole thing. But I thought I'd get my...
So you can hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got no
So
drums.
you couldn't hear me then?
No, yours
No.
sounded like it was
No.
in the toilet in the next room.
I have absolutely no idea why.
Okay. I mean, I could try to play it without sharing it. At least you'd be able to hear it. I don't have to share it to do that.
Can't hurt.
No.
No one else?
No,
No
this
one
is
else
gonna
can
hurt.
do it? Everyone's given up?
Not giving up, but I think everyone should try maybe at least 10, 15, maybe 300 times.
How many attempts can we give it?
Everyone's given up?
No, I said,
Hang
I'll
on.
give it a go.
I got one setting here. I'm just going to see if it works.
I was going to say, just
Go for it. Go for it if you're ready to go.
Yeah, you don't have to play the video. All we're going to do is see if you can hear it after when you play.
Are you trying
Right.
something?
Yeah,
I'm
Alan.
trying to.
Yeah, Alan.
How's
Well, it
that?
depends which one I select.
Mhm. So, would you like to select?
Was that any better?
There's
Better,
an
but
echo.
only an echo. Better, but
Better,
echo.
but it had an echo.
Better, but echo.
A
There you
proof that it's not flat,
There we go.
and then we can
That's
discuss
better.
them. We can
Really have.
discuss them within a debate
There.
scenario. You and me.
There.
You go with your proof that it's not flat, and
Bev,
I'll
are you gonna
go
stop
and
fucking
show my
talking and
proof.
Bev,
listen?
shut up
Or
so
not?
Farmer
not
can talk.
I've just shown you my proof that it's not flat.
What? That's a
Well, it's
picture.
not, look.
That's not a proof.
Yes, it
Is
is.
it
That's a
not?
proof.
No,
Let's see
a
your
proof.
proof.
It
Ben.
comes through a syllogism, a logical statement.
Oh,
where's
fuck this. I'm
your
really
What?
in the mood
to
for
go
Since when?
with that?
Saturday morning.
I know. You want to discuss it though? You asked me
No, I
to
no,
invite
I
is
didn't
in.
ask- I did not ask you in here. I don't want to discuss your bullshit.
What does this say? Does it say? Let's hear. Want to discuss being a flat earther and denying being a flat earther. That's
Yes,
you.
and you don't. And you don't.
That's
want to.
you making that statement.
Yes.
And then Blue says, "Come on in." So I'm in here, at the request of you because you want to discuss being a flat earther and denying being a flat earther. Now, you personally, no, you have said that you deny being a flat earther.
No, I didn't.
Right. So you
Talking about
want
him
to
denying it.
discuss you denying being a flat earther.
No.
Okay. You want to discuss me denying being a flat earther.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'll make the statement, right? I have a proof that it is not flat. So I cannot be denying that I'm a flat earther. I can prove that I'm not a flat earther. As a statement, right? I can prove that, farmer's boy.
Can you?
Yes.
What's your definition of flat earther?
I don't have a definition of something that doesn't exist.
Oh, so flat
Why?
earth doesn't exist. Oh, right. Okay.
So how
So-
do you prove that you're not
so-
one?
Yes.
So
not
no one is a
flat.
flat earther. There
So
are no
there
flat
are no
earthers.
flat earthers. There's no flat earth movement. There, all of these videos of people claiming
The
the earth is
earth
flat. It's
is
all bollocks.
Not flat, farmer's
You're
boy.
absolutely right. It isn't
Yes.
flat. No, it's a sphere.
Okay, brilliant.
Ball. It's a ball.
What's a ball?
Planet that we're on.
In your imagination, you can say
No.
that. Where's
No,
your proof?
not in my
do, you,
imagination.
do you have a proof for that statement?
Yes, we have satellites and space stations in orbit around it.
Mhm.
But he won't accept that because he thinks that space is fake. But if you ask him, is space fake? He'll say, no, of course space isn't
An
fake.
apple a day
Space is the
keeps the
distance
doctor
between
away.
objects.
Well, what have you been
That's-
watching now, Terry?
He's-
No,
he's-
I'm not doing anything.
Poor old Bev is trying to play the semantics game, but he's too
Yeah.
thick to actually do it.
I was
You know.
going to say that's just 100% Bev being a cock. Like,
He is a cock. Massive
he's
cock.
just- yeah,
Big
just
cock.
dicking around.
I have proof that it's not flat. And he's immediately going to talk about elevation, as
Yeah.
in hills and mountains. Only the thickest of idiots uses that to say the earth isn't flat. Hello, Bev, if you're listening. Because as soon as you start to talk about
Hey,
space, because he doesn't believe in GPS, he doesn't think the ISS is up there, he doesn't believe in satellites. But as soon as you say, "Oh, you think space is fake," then he'll talk about space as in the distance between objects. There's a space between me and the screen. He'll talk about that space because in his mind he picks one definition of a word that suits him, and all other definitions don't exist. If you ask him about how many definitions are of the word level, there's one. And that's the one he chooses. All other definitions don't exist.
But that's not how language works.
No, I know that's not how language works, but that's how Bev works. And Bev thinks he's being very clever semantically in saying these things. And he's just saying to the whole world, it's like him holding up a big sign saying, "I'm dumb as fuck."
I wanted to
Let's-
get so much more out that night, but I had so much technical difficulties. I was so distracted.
I was going to say, let's be honest. You saying that's how Bev works is generous, because saying Bev works is generous.
We were playing with him in Twitter yesterday, and there's is it Plato Chips, I think, is one of the guys who was in there, and we've been having a bit of a go at him. And Bev thought that Plato Chips were one of his socks was me, and he was asking him had he ever come onto a YouTube stream as Farmer's Boy, and I had to put in, my God, he's already forgotten that he's spoken to me just the other day, and we used to speak quite a lot when he was still allowed in Jose's stream. I genuinely think he's got memory issues. I think he forgets so quickly what he's talked about, who he's spoken to, because he thought Plato Chips was me.
Well, he keeps on thinking that I'm critical think. He asks me every
Yeah.
time, and I keep on telling him I'm not, but he keeps on asking me.
I mean, I feel like a lot of them think that there's only like 6 debunkers or something like that, and
And everybody
yeah,
else is
yeah.
a sock account.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible that the majority of people just think you're a dumbass and want to make fun of you. It's got to be just a small amount of people that have a bunch of sock accounts.
Oh, I've been accused of being sock accounts of all sorts of people. I mean, I get it that a lot of Americans think that I am me, Stingray, Druss. I think there was somebody. I can't remember who the other.
Are you
No, anyone English, basically, yeah. I've
Anyone
have
with
been
your accent.
I have been all of them. But of course, to me and to Alan, we can spot the difference straight away. But this is particularly with Americans. We all sound the same.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? All people with the same accent are obviously the same person.
Oh,
Like
clearly.
that's just how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of the East Anglian posse, although one of them comes from Yorkshire originally.
Stingray's from Yorkshire. I can't remember
Exactly.
where Druss is from. I mean, us two.
Russ
You're
is
not.
around this way.
I mean, I am from East Anglia. You are. You're well.
Essex.
You're not. Yeah. You're an Essex.
Essex, so ish.
Yeah, ish. But Bev honestly thought that Plato Chips had a sock account that was me, and it's like, surely you know who I am because you keep on talking about me in your show. I'm in the thumbnail for your Friday night show. We've spoken last weekend or the Wednesday before, whenever it was. We used to speak together a lot in Jose's, and yet he doesn't remember who I am.
And he's met you in real life.
He's seen me, didn't me? Thank God.
Well, okay. Yeah, we didn't actually speak to you.
No. I was sat in the car waiting for Rumpus, and I watched all this lot troop by, and I thought, and And as they went over to the bridge, it was, I don't know, 30, 40 yards from the car. I could only hear one voice.
His.
It carries. He's just this little guy, you know. Thank you, Jinxie. Yeah, an awful lot of the Americans can't. And quite often when they're in Discord and not looking at whose name is lighting up, I've been all of them. I've been Stingray and Drass, and I think once or twice I've been the Rumpus, but we really don't sound alike.
Yeah,
I love it when the American, and this is not all Americans, obviously, but when some Americans don't even know that there's accents within America, and I've seen enough YouTube videos of them not realizing that different people sound different.
I struggle with some of them. Is that you hear an American accent, you think, I don't know where that's from. Yeah, you can hear a lot of American accents. You think, I've got a pretty good idea where you're from.
Yeah,
some
South
of them,
or East or whatever. But yeah.
I mean, Chris Berry, he's got a distinctive accent, but I couldn't tell you what part of America he's from. I haven't a clue. I don't know what that accent is.
I haven't heard him. I could
Fred
probably.
Bailey. What did you see my soccer account, Fred Bailey? That I said that you were. I was Farmer's Boy.
I'm Farmer's Boy, and so's my wife. What?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Brian, and so's my wife. Yeah. Farmer Rain Sting Boy. Yeah, I mean, it does make me laugh when you're talking, and I get called Stingray, and like, right, okay, yeah, no, I'm not Stingray.
Blue doesn't have an accent. All those who think Blue has an accent, put up their hand.
Blue's got an accent. I think it's quite a good one as well. I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think most of us would say we could listen to Blue all day long, but
Damn right, I've got an accent.
Yes, good one.
Spent years getting this accent.
I was waiting for you to be like, what are you talking about? Everybody around me sounds the exact same.
right, and now's the time for the transmission to crash.
Oh, Matt.
Oh,
Everyone wait for Matt to start talking and then just talk over top of him. Good day, Matt.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm just sharing an image. I'm just sharing an image that I found on somebody's Discord that was in the chat.
Okay, go for it.
I don't be having an accent. I know what you're talking
Can't
about.
see it yet.
Oh, you can't see it yet? Okay.
Yeah, but Matt, that was West Country, not East Anglia.
I know.
There is a
I know that.
Oh, we got Rumpus.
Oh, that's the other one I got confused.
We got Rumpus
Somebody
on
thought I
the
was
chat
Craig
now, have
once.
we?
Somebody once thought I was Craig.
SC Montreal. SC Montreal thought I was Rumpus the other day. That's like what? I've had Rumpus. Farms Boy. Jose thought I was Farms Boy.
That's just what I was just saying. How many people I've been at the same time? Basically anybody from this bloody country. I've been him.
Oh, we're going to call you Tank Boy from now on in instead of Farmer's Boy.
Yeah, I renamed
Probably a
him.
better idea, that, actually.
Yeah, I renamed.
I don't mind it. It's
I saw that, Terry, what you were sharing.
Yeah. Seems like we might have some eavesdroppers out there.
Hi, eavesdroppers.
I can't call you Arsewipe. Who are you?
That's his name.
Donkey.
it's Arsewipe.
Arsewipe.
Like, who is he? I can't call him that.
Well, mute, wipe, so donkey, arse, so close enough.
I'm going to upset Alan.
I don't know how you get wiped from mute, but
No,
well, you mute something, you're wiping it, or
as I said, I'm going to upset Alan.
that is disturbing.
Timbo is now Craig.
Sorry, this is my real self.
Is it New Year's Eve where you are now in Australia or wherever you are?
No, we've still got another hour and a quarter yet.
Oh, that's right. I've only literally just woken up. I had such a bad night with my cold.
In 15 minutes' time, it's New Year's Eve in Fiji and sort of the tip of Russia.
Oh, we got a Craig on the live stream chat.
Yeah. No.
I have to change the name now, Timbo.
Oh, his mouth moves and everything when he talks.
Did you see the post I put in there of a new T-shirt I'm going to have to order?
Via Discord?
Yeah.
I have to have a look. I have to have a look. Discord.
There's
Yeah,
a
I made-
YouTube
yeah, I
stream
made it.
I follow,
I shared it
and,
out there.
and he does up tanks and things, and this is their new sort of clothing range.
Didn't he? Ooh. Yes, I could see you being into that tub.
Yeah. Well, if you look
Right.
at some of the
Close the doors.
some of the subreddits
Turn the lights
I'm a
down.
member of.
Close the doors. Turn the lights down. Put on
look,
tank hub.
oh, look at that chassis. Ooh.
That would be scary. It's just a shame I can't do Craig's accent. That'd be really good. I'll have to listen to him.
Well, he's got a slight sort of Bristolian sort of accent. It's like Bristol. That's sort of like.
No, he's got a Bristol accent. That's where he's from.
I know he's
got-
from Bristol. I know, yeah.
He's still got, I think, quite
But
strong.
it's subtle. But then there's also some, because I know his wife's Scottish, isn't she? So I know he's got sort of like
Yes.
the odd word you can pick up has got a slight sort of Scottish twang.
And he has been living up there for quite a while now.
Yeah,
Yeah, because obviously being in submarines, he was based up there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No,
Lots of-
notionally based up there, though. You spend half your bloody time out at sea, but yeah.
Yeah. Is it Lossiemouth? I think was the main submarine base there, wasn't it? Lossiemouth.
No, not Lossiemouth, because Lossiemouth's still a Royal Air Force station.
Oh, right. Okay, I've got.
It's where the Maritime Reconnaissance is now based, because they moved it the 20 odd miles from Kinloss when they got rid of the.
Oh,
Nimrod.
Kinross, that's it. Yeah.
It'd have been, it's Fast Lane, isn't it?
Fast Lane is the nuke boat.
Officially HMNB Clyde, but it's at Fast Lane. Yeah, that's where our boomers are sortie from. The ones that carry the big fuck off missiles.
Yeah.
Big fuck off.
And of course,
Oh, you stood
certain
next to them.
other
They're
people-
bloody huge.
Yeah,
That's one way
and
of
certain other people's boomers might or might not operate out of there as well.
Not just boomers.
Possibly.
There's an awful lot of another country's nuclear subs operate out of there as well. There's no alleged about it. We know they do.
I know they do. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, because it's the nearest base to it's the GI UK gap, as they used to call it, the Greenland Iceland UK gap. So if any Russian submarine wants to go into the Atlantic, that's where they have to go.
Yeah, officially they don't exist. It's a bit like the SAS. Officially, the government would never admit that the SAS exist, but they mention in dispatches certain people that are in the SAS and things like that.
I think they used to deny it until a certain event in the 80s outside a certain embassy.
Yeah.
When it was like, everybody watched it live on the news. But scary blokes in gas masks went in,
But even then, it was just special forces. Even then, but it's not until sort of later on, isn't it? Yeah, okay, it was SAS.
You can drive to Hereford and go, oh look, that's the SAS base.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but it's still officially though. They don't exist.
Although, of course, the SBS are still a lot more secretive because so many less people know about them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, SBS.
So we drive past ASIO, the huge ASIO building, which is right on the lake in the middle of Canberra, all the time. Everyone knows it's the ASIO building.
Oh, the Aussie. Is that the Aussie SAS?
Yeah, well, that's the Australian Secret Service. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For one of a better.
Australian Secret Service. All right, that's different.
ASIO Australian. Oh, Paul might have told me. I can't put my head.
Australian Security and Intelligence Organisation.
That's the one. Yeah.
There you go.
The mental block on the second one. I didn't work on it personally, but when I was in the office, and the team next to me was working on it, and they had to give up their phones and stuff every time they went over to site and all sorts of stuff while they're building it. So.
Well, it's like the MI5 building in London. And it's kind of like everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows where it is. Everybody knows what it looks like.
Yeah, they did a good job of blowing it up in that Bond film, didn't they?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Did it get blown
obviously
up?
pretending to blow it up, but everybody, you can drive down. What is it? Was Lower Embankment and go, oh yeah, there it is.
Wasn't there some idiot tried to attack it with an RPG one year? I think that there was one time, I think I remember rightly, from a boat or something, and it did absolutely bugger all to the building. I think it damaged the window. That's about as far as it went.
Yeah, well, you think the
brickwork.
construction of the walls, they're not just going to be sort of brick on the outside and breeze block on the inside. It's going to be a substantial structure. And an RPG
did absolutely nothing.
There's a building.
We're going to have to repaint that bit again, you know.
Yeah,
that was in New York. That is like, 100 stories or whatever. It's got windows only like every 10 stories, and it's like solid concrete. And it's like, yeah, no, that's definitely not the CIA building.
I thought it was something to do with the NSA.
It might be NSA too. It's one of the or multiple of the 3-letter agencies, but it everybody knows about it, but what goes on inside, obviously nobody.
I thought that was a
has any hard
telecommunication
facts.
building of some sort.
That is a story. I mean, if you want to believe it.
Please tell me who you are. I can't call you Arswipe, please.
I told you, Mute Donkey.
What's his name? Mute Donkey.
Oh, Mute Donkey. Yeah. Oh, Mute Donkey. Sorry, I didn't hear. I didn't catch you earlier on. All right. Okay. Hello. How are you?
It's an unmuted donkey.
An unmuted donkey. He's not muted anymore.
It's a play on words.
Yeah.
There's a building that hardly anyone knows about in Canberra or knows what it is. Looks very plain. It's actually in one, or not in, but on the edge of one of the suburbs. And to look at it, most people would drive past and not think about it. But I happen to know that there's it's got a tank moat in front of it. Doesn't look like a tank moat, but I know that's what it is. And a few other things. The building's quite flat. It's concrete, but it holds all the computers, all the data, one of the sets of data sets. And then, so if you actually are going to take a building out, this is a building you take out. So it's why they keep that one very secret. So, or at least they don't tell a lot of people what's in it, but it's actually set up. You can, and when you go back after you find out what it is, and then you go back and look at it, you start to realize that these landscape features are actually not landscape features. They're anti-vehicle deterrents, and it would be very hard to get in there with anything other than permission. Of course, you could just bomb it, but
in Northern Ireland, we used to have anti-vehicle barriers all over the place. Most of them have been removed now, but it's taking quite a long time.
Well, when I did hostile vehicle mitigation for the airport, they actually had an MI6 team come over here, and they were doing it for a whole lot of groups. But it was quite funny. I was sent to it because obviously knew a little bit. I was sent to it by the airport company, not by my own company. And so it was 3-4 days with MI6, and they were showing all the way that they have for vehicle deterrence, etc. I just found it really funny because it was just little old me amongst all these really big, heavy security military type guys. But because we don't have that same sort of issues in Australia of like they did with Northern Ireland, etc. But they did, so they have a whole division devoted to developing anti-vehicle hostile vehicle mitigation measures. So it was quite interesting. So they're the world experts, believe it or not.
Something completely different.
Is John talking?
Hello, John. Hello, John.
Barely hear you, John.
Didn't realise you were there. Yeah,
I know. Having trouble with the mic. It's all right.
You've been playing with your music sound system thing, what you do, and then you always end up losing your sound when you come in on voice.
We've got you got two people who are now my members in the chat. John Stock, he was my first member.
Yeah.
Tank Boy is my second one.
Oh.
Yay! Thank you very much.
Hey. All right. Now, fucking get on and do stuff.
I know.
Not that you've actually had any of my money yet.
No, not yet. No, I know.
So I noticed that it set it all up. And it says, "Oh, we'll take out money." It was still like the middle of bloody January. I thought, Oh, all right. Why not now?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Oh,
have no idea.
and why aren't we seeing you in wonderful 4K or whatever it is, Matt? Since
Yeah.
since I hear you were getting a new webcam for Christmas.
No, I didn't actually get a new webcam for Christmas in the end. I got a few other things, but I didn't get a webcam. No, I didn't think it was
Okay.
necessary.
Ah.
I upgraded my computer though. I've got an SSD card and I've got it installed and stuff like that. I just need to do the scary bit, which is basically transfer all the data from one to the other. So it working as my C drive, but I'm kind of scared of doing that. I'm scared it's all going to go horribly wrong to lose everything, but it shouldn't. But I'm scared.
Yeah,
You dump everything onto a hard drive, and I mean, because I've got two separate hard drives in this one.
Well, I mean, it's all right. I can do the files. That's easy enough to do. But what I want to do is clone my mechanical hard drive over to the C drive, so everything's all cloned over. If you know what I mean. So the operating system works from it.
Or you use a hard drive converter.
Or you do hard. Well, I mean, it comes with the crucial is SSD. It comes. You can download from the website. You log onto the website and you can download the software to do it, and they do it all for you.
Yeah,
but it's just a scary prospect.
Actually, just doing it and then pressing the button and going.
Oh, that's it. It's out of my hand. Yeah, exactly. It's out of my hands. Then it's kind of like, oh, it's all gonna. I just know me. It's just gonna all go horribly wrong, and I'll lose everything. I mean, it wouldn't be a disaster. It'd just be an absolute pain in the ass having to reinstall absolutely everything and find everything again.
I've been there. I've had to do that before.
Yeah,
but it is a pain. But if you can ghost everything across onto another drive, because I mean,
even better.
I've got another tower with at least one spare hard drive in it. But I think ultimately next year at some point I'll just get another second-hand PC off eBay, but better than this one.
Yeah.
Probably get a water-cooled one.
Yeah, well, that's the next thing. I was going to upgrade my processor, but it was just kind of a little bit out of budget, really, because the processors that I want as well, I need better cooling, and like you said, I need a water cooler. There was an AIO, you call it, isn't it, instead of a fan? Because apparently the standard fan on my system is just not gonna cut it. So I need a better cooling system. So I could either go with a bigger fan, but I don't think that's going to fit on my board, but an AIO might. Because I've got the room to put the fans on the top, because with an AIO with an water cooling system, and it goes down onto your processor and stuff. So
I hope I don't have that problem because I'm building it from scratch. So
yeah, you need to be careful of that. Yeah, you need to be careful of the cooling. I mean, it depends on your case, really, what you can fit in, what you can't.
Well, I'm getting a new case as well, so everything.
Oh well, you'll need a new case for whatever you get because yours doesn't have a lot of ventilation.
New processor. New RAM.
Yeah, it's just the way mine's configured. I'm not going to fit really a bigger heatsink and fan in it. So I think really the AIO is the only way to go. So therefore, that puts the price up even more. So I thought, no, I'll just save up the money over the next year or so.
I'm going straight to a 9.9 12 gen because I want it to last.
i9 12 gen. Ooh, nice,
fancy.
Well, that's the newest one out, basically.
Well, 13th gen's out, isn't it?
13th
gen processors.
13th out. Yeah.
Well, 12 good enough.
Well, I mean, if you get a board that supports 13th gen, then at least you're sort of future-proofing it a little bit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, then you could always upgrade to the 14th. The problem with Intel is they only stick around typically for 2 generations, for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ryzen typically sticks around longer, but because they just went all DDR5 with the memory, like getting a new board from them is quite expensive.
There was I was reading somewhere they were benchmarking all the Ryzen processors and all the different types of processors against Intel and stuff like that, and there really wasn't that much of a difference anymore.
No,
really
the last 2-3 years they've either been trading blows. Ryzen was doing better for a while Intel was stagnant, but Intel's kicked back up and now they're back to trading blows, which is awesome for you know PC market because it's always like something exciting is going on.
Yeah, true.
The only competitiveness is the price, isn't it? Ryzen just a little bit cheaper.
Not always. They're cheaper in some of the areas and they're more expensive in some of the other ones. So I think right now Ryzen's a little bit cheaper at the higher end and Intel's a little bit cheaper at the lower end. So Ryzen's like the difference price between the four CPUs or whatever is a lot closer, and Intel's got a kind of little bit wider spread on theirs.
Ryzen chip is the best way to go.
It kind of depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a lot of single core processing stuff like games and stuff like that, the Intel chips are really good. But if you're doing a lot of multitasking and stuff like that, the Ryzen's are better. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be
slightly
over.
better though. It's not much.
Yeah, I just want to be over. Have something that's over the top, so to speak, compared to what I need.
Yeah, I mean, a 7 level is probably for most things that you're gonna do.
Yeah, I've got a quote here for an i7, the i7, and it's only $200 difference between the i7 and the i9.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? It's i7 12700, and then the i9 129, whatever it is written there. It's written in my Discord. But I don't know about the motherboard. I'm not sure about the Tomahawk. I prefer a Gigabyte or a MSI motherboard.
Tomahawks are decent. I think you'd want, like, if you're gonna go with like an i9 though, you want a really good motherboard. Otherwise, you're just not getting the performance out of the chip.
Yeah. Tomahawk motherboard. That's an older generation board.
I can't hear, John. Can anyone reinterpret?
I think he was saying it's a bit older, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's just a category of board, but I think normally they're like mid grade, from what I remember.
Which one's that?
It's been a while since I.
Tomahawk is an older generation board.
It's an older generation board. Okay.
Yeah. It was good for its time, but Asus boards a lot better.
I thought the order would be Gigabyte, MSI, and then Asus down the list that way.
Can't go wrong with ASRock. ASRock have got a good wide choice of different kinds of boards, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good boards. A lot of it just kind of depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, and what you want to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
true.
Well, ASRock is a franchise of Asus.
Oh yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I thought they split off though. I thought they share the same parent company, but they're not, like, they're independent of what like Asus does nowadays.
ASRock is more towards a Linux operating system, so it's developed more in that way.
Peanuts saying. Fred's going AMD Ryzen Threadripper. Oh, hi Gary, Year of the Sphere again. Gonna bring in the new Year of the Sphere, Gary.
They only have Pro Threadripper so far. They haven't released a new enthusiast level Threadripper. So
does anyone know what Radical Knight's been up to lately?
No.
Nope.
Fred, have you seen what Radical is upgrading to? So he must be upgrading something.
Oh, he's always got some really high tech stuff. He really has. I know the system he had before was he had like a dual GPU system, and I think it was at the time, and that was a few years ago, and that was like he had the top generation processor. I think it was an Intel, I think it was, and stuff like that. So yeah, he's always got some pretty high tech stuff. Radical. Yeah. He always has stuff. Oh, take it. Did anybody see the guy that Res Rhetoric debated
Yes.
the other day?
No, I
Yes.
didn't get to see any of that.
He did the
Yes.
he did the classic flirf and said, what did he say about 10 to the negative 11 Tor?
Oh yeah.
Apparently was the same as 2 billion negative PSI. What?
Okay.
Yeah, he did the classic flirf thing, isn't it? It's these, 10 to the negative whatever is a negative number. Yeah.
There was two of us in the side chat who were basically saying, "Well, we've got back in time, 2016, with like all their flat Earth arguments."
Gone back again. Yeah.
It's like it's just like time travel. It's like, are you really seriously coming out with all this old tripe from like 5 or 6 years ago?
Well, he'd stopped,
there's got to
didn't he?
be a dome, and I don't know what negative exponents are, and daylight isn't the same as daytime or something.
Yeah. Apparently.
I mean, but let's be honest. When's the last time you've heard like a truly new idea from a flurf in the last, I don't know, 5-7 years?
Sextants can only work on a flat Earth. None of them had ever dared go anywhere near a sextant before last year.
That's fair.
But nothing new this year though, was there?
No, but other than that, no. It's just, and you get new people come on the scene, and I don't think they realise that they're just parroting and repeating the same old shite that we heard years ago.
And I mean, even the sextant thing is it just goes back to, you can't have straight lines on a curve or whatever. Like, it's just a new way of them saying the same old stuff.
Somebody's shown them a diagram of how a sextant works, and they've seen that flat baseline, and they just make this presumption that the Earth must be flat to give you that flat baseline. But that's an imaginary baseline that you're starting from. That's why you have to have corrections for dip to the horizon, because you've got that imaginary flat plane in front of you that you're measuring the angle up from. But of course, the higher you go, the more dip you've got to the horizon, which is why you have dip corrections. And it's just a diagram showing you how this thing works. It's not saying you've got to have a flat baseline to measure your angle from, because obviously that isn't there. But
well, and obviously, like, when you're using it on the actual globe, the amount of like where it's splitting away from that line or whatever isn't super great. You're only seeing so far out. That like you said, there's dip correction or whatever. Obviously there is some dip, but it's not like as big as like when it's shown on the examples or whatever.
They don't understand diagrams and schematics and just general pictures showing you how things work.
That's just a picture.
Yeah.
Anyone can draw a picture.
Oh, it's called cartoons, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Your cartoons, cool. So you have actual diagrams and pictures of the flat Earth. Well,
Okay.
no.
Who changed their name to Tank Girls?
I noticed that. I was gone back to Tank Boy again.
No, I'm still Tank Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, it was your avatar, wasn't it, or something? No,
it's somebody else.
Somebody else.
Was it?
You're right.
That's Timbo.
Oh, it was Timbo, was it? Oh.
Timbo changed himself to Tank Girls. And I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, so it is, yeah.
And the annoying thing is, I'm looking at it and going, that's Japanese, but I can't remember what's
Anime.
No, the tank, not the. I know what Tank Girls is.
Oh.
I've never watched it myself, but it just pops up all the bloody time.
Well, Matt's got his normal name. I fixed that.
Oh, Space Matt. That's
Space Matt.
I was expecting you were going to do that at some point.
It's Panzer Girls, and
Why'd Alan put his
they
name
always
back
have
to
actual
Alan?
tanks.
What happened to Bright Spark?
He dropped out and then
He dropped
had
out
to
and
pop
came
back
back
in.
again.
Yeah, that might be because my computer decided to completely lock up on me and I had to reboot it.
That's what
I
I
actually
had
had
to do
to-
earlier.
I actually had to reboot it with the power button.
Well,
That's what I
taught
had
not to
as
do
well.
that. That's not nice, and it shouldn't do that.
Use a real boot.
Yeah. Swift
I don't mind if
Yeah.
everyone else's computer takes up the load for me not having any problems.
Yeah.
Well, technically
Awesome.
speaking, when I get rid of my my mechanical hard drive, when I eventually get rid of it, I could technically boot my computer a little bit. You know, wouldn't do too much harm.
I got some steel toes that'll work pretty good.
I'm still thinking of a name to change for Blue yet, so watch this space.
Hey.
Oh, come on. There's loads you can come up with.
I'm good. Leave on. Don't mention my name.
Oh, it'll still have
Well,
Big in it or Blue.
Don't forget
Big
what the
blue ball.
what the Flirts used to call him. Remember?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that to him.
You would do that. Oh, okay.
No, wouldn't
I
do
would.
that to him.
We need to change Moot Donkey's
I got
name.
bottle
so
caps. I got bottle caps here. If anyone's got any other questions besides bottle caps.
Sorry.
No, go with bottle caps then. Yeah,
Well,
go with
I
a bottle
found
cap.
one. Who played Neil
Go on then.
Armstrong in the movie First Man?
Oh, can't remember. Should know, but I don't.
No.
Could Google it, but I'm not going
See
to
the
cheat.
Peanuts know.
They probably will. I mean, it was a reasonably good movie, but I think I got keyed up for it too much to be too really exciting. But it kind of, I left the cinema kind of slightly disappointed when it came out. I don't know why.
Where do you get banana from, Andrea? To Blue. You got what ties to bananas have you got, Blue?
Big blue banana. Oh, there's somebody I haven't spoken to for a long time, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Surely,
Oh,
Mr.
Heat
Blue
Shield's
should be
saying
just
Blue
Mr.
Gorilla.
A colon saying Mr. Cavendish.
No takers?
Nope.
I don't remember.
His
Mr. Cavendish, maybe?
first name's Ryan.
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Who the
No,
hell's
no,
Ryan
it
Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. It wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
Wasn't Ryan Reynolds.
Brian.
That's Deadpool goes to
I'm really
space.
bad. I'm really bad at actors' names anyway. Really bad.
Actually, admitted she'd know.
Is it like that's the thing? All the Ryans that I
Was
keep
Timbo
thinking
gone
of,
for a brains
I'm like,
trust?
can't be.
No.
Oh.
No, I said to Matt to ask his missus because she.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Mrs. Matt.
Oh yeah, she's not around at the moment, so I can't.
Well.
She's not here.
Gosling.
If she was, I would ask her.
Gosling.
Oh, was it?
Oh right, okay.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I thought of him, and then I was like, no, it couldn't have been him. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, played it very well.
So, has Paul or Timbo got any questions?
I do. I have an easy hard quiz.
An easy.
Okay.
Well, it's Christmas Eve, so we don't want to break
Eve?
our brain.
It's New Year's Eve.
I was going to say.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Is it?
That was last week.
Oh, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, sorry.
Did Bev do that much damage to you?
Oh, I think it did.
First a week.
Oh, and Andrew Hoddle in the chat, I think it was the only one that got it right in the chat. I think Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. What was the question?
Who played First Man? Who played Armstrong in First Man?
Oh yeah, it's Ryan Gosling, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
The film.
Yeah.
Why didn't you answer before then? Did you,
Yeah.
You were away from
because
the
I was
computer.
downstairs. I was downstairs taking a delivery at the front.
Ah, poor
Not good
excuse. Poor excuse.
Not good enough.
Oh, sorry. I clearly took my headphones off and walked away. I mean, good
I
grief.
didn't even notice.
Oh, wasn't Farmers here for a minute? Oh, I didn't even notice.
No, nobody notices when he disappears.
Could I just say, and sod the swear jar, fuck you all. Oh dear.
I'm missing some of these
I
questions
missed you,
for now
farmers.
because I know you won't know.
Wait, is there a swear jar?
Yes.
The virtual one.
Well,
Oh, no.
a swear jar that nobody ever bothers about.
Oh, well, look,
I was gonna say,
somebody
the
cheated
way
and
I've been
tried to
off
pay in
tonight,
advance to get credit.
Yes, somebody did. Somebody did try and pay in advance. Yeah. Terry does have a PayPal. That's the swear jar.
Yeah, that's my
Every now
swear
and then-
jar.
Yeah.
Every now and then he receives money from us. Well, some of us anyway.
Yeah.
There was one time going back I don't know, maybe a couple of years as well. I was paying for everybody else's swear jar. Remember, my bill was going up and up and up and up. It was an unrunning joke that it was like a certain number of thousands of dollars by that point that I owe Terry.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah, I had to pay for everybody else's swearing at one point because it was always my fault. Everything was my fault. Still is.
Well, you even got the blame for something
I'm glad you
earlier. I can't
acknowledged
remember
that.
what it was now. You weren't here, so.
I know. I only get the blame when I'm not here. That's the thing.
So we get the blame when you're here too. What are you talking about?
No, you just get the blame for you've taken over that spot. When you're here, you get the blame. But when I'm here, you get the blame. So
What was it Matt's fault this time, Farmer? Or something?
It's because Timbo's the new guy. So
I think we
I was the
come
new
to
guy
the
at the time.
conclusion that Terry's stream kept crashing when Matt was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah,
he
yeah,
blamed.
yeah.
Oh right, I better go then.
So Terry blamed to Matt.
Hang on a minute. No, he crashed a couple of times when I wasn't here. So no, it's kind
You must have been thinking about it or something.
Maybe I was. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Here's a computer question. Here's a computer for the computer nerds. Okay.
I was worried I got a virus or something there for a second.
So Paul Allen. Was the co-founder of
the
which
girls needs to
major
stop
tech
putting their
company?
bikini in the wash. So was it?
Didn't hear any of that, Terry.
Didn't hear that. Go again, Terry.
Oh, sorry. Was I talking over you?
No.
You're talking under everyone.
Other way.
Yeah, I think you were talking under Timbo is what you were doing.
Oh, is that what it
That's
was?
right.
Timbo.
I'll get this question out while Paul's getting his quiz ready.
It's ready. He's ready for
No,
you.
no, it's not quite ready yet.
It's not ready yet.
It's not ready yet.
Oh, no,
No,
ready
no,
yet.
it's not ready yet. No,
We
no,
just
no.
got to focus the screen a bit. I might have the wrong resolution.
Dirty old man.
Paul Allen was the co-founder of which major tech company?
Say that again.
Terry?
No, that
Repeat the
wasn't
question.
him. That wasn't him.
Wasn't it? Wasn't him. Okay.
Repeat, please.
Paul Allen was the
watching
co-founder
Battle of
of
Britain.
which major tech company?
Alan. Don't know.
There. That way other people can have guesses.
I'll let them have a guess out.
We
Oh,
wouldn't
somebody's already got it in the chat.
yeah, Fred's had a go.
Yeah, I reckon Fred's probably right then. Fred's a smart guy.
Yeah.
So you're going with Fred?
I don't know, but Matt's been watching the Battle of Britain.
Yeah.
Popped in my head.
Repeat,
Repeat, please.
Repeat, please.
Yeah.
Are you ready for a quiz? An easy one.
Repeat,
today.
please.
Yeah, and an easy one. Yeah, I'm all for an easy one. Yeah.
It's an easy one today.
Easy hard.
I was
These
just
are
going to say though.
personalities.
Well, the hard
I'm
easy.
just going to say the girl on the right has got to stop putting her bikini in the washing machine.
Yeah.
No, you mean she's
No,
got to
she
keep?
hasn't.
She's got to keep putting it in the washing machine.
Yeah. Keep shrinking it, please. Name the
So
British
who was the
scientist.
British physicist who showed an atom's positive charge was centralized in the nuclei by firing particles at a thin sheet of gold? Who was it?
I thought we were going to do an easy quiz.
Oh, it's easy.
For Paul, this is easy.
This is easy for Paul.
I don't remember anybody's
No, I think
names.
the peanuts will get this one straight away.
Oh, Clive's not out there
Time-
today.
Time to filter through, and I'm sure they'll get it straight away. Come on, peanuts.
Someone will.
I don't know if they can manage without Clive.
Colon's been so rude in the chat. Look at him.
I know.
Dirty
Why?
old
What
man.
did he say?
Have a look. I can't
Farmer's
believe that.
boy,
It's
surely you're
disgusting.
following the Battle of the Bulge.
In your
In your pants.
Now, I haven't got the internal chat up, so
Oh,
so if you want to just
Okay.
the peanuts have had a chance now. So who is it? Does anyone know?
Not a clue.
I don't know.
Not
British
a bold
physicist.
nation.
Name a British physicist, Farmer.
I
Yeah.
can't. I don't know. I don't remember that stuff.
Smith.
You Ernest? You
Jones,
Ernest?
Smith and Jones.
You
Yeah, I
Ernest
think
and
I went with the
Trump?
wrong one there.
Well, I believe Smith, it narrows it down quite a lot. To the next question.
There you go. Jaron
Because I think somebody in the side chat has got it right.
Oh,
with Rutherford.
Ah,
Ah,
Rutherford.
okay.
What was
Hang
his,
on,
what was his
hang
first
on.
name? Does anyone know what his first name was?
he's in
No?
Genesis.
Ernest Rutherford.
Is
It
it
is
Mike Rutherford?
indeed Ernest Rutherford. Yeah.
I'm thinking of Mike Rutherford then.
And
Think
no
he
one,
was
no one
Ernest.
guessed it out in the
Ernest
peanuts
Rutherford.
except for me. So there you go. I got that one.
You're not going to get any sensible answers today, Paul, right? Because it's New Year's Eve. So you're not going to get any
Fine.
sensible answers at
I
all.
haven't started drinking yet. It's too bloody early.
Come
I
on.
know, I know.
Hey, I got
Name
a question
the effect
right.
which
Shut up.
Name the effect which Einstein's quantum theory of light attempts to explain.
Yeah, it's like shines.
Well, you've even got a picture to give you a clue this time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask me a question about tanks.
I know what this
Well,
is too. This one I actually do.
Paul, you said you can't see the. You
No,
can't see
no,
the
I haven't
chat?
got the internal chat up. So
Oh, but the other
if
one.
you want to just
Yeah.
blurt out the answer, that's fine by
You
me.
can't prove that
Photoelectric
electrons
effect.
exist. You can't prove they exist to me.
It'll have to be the photoelectric effect then.
It
won't
Yeah,
was.
that's what I was
heard
gonna
Blue
guess
say it in the
too.
background there. Yep.
Yeah. I'll go with
It
what
is
Barry
indeed.
said too.
The photoelectric effect, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's this one? The name given to the chaotic motion of floating particles explained by Einstein in terms of an atomic theory of matter.
Chaos.
You can't prove atoms exist. They don't exist. Nobody knows.
You haven't seen them.
You haven't seen them, yeah.
What's making the atoms move?
Making. Yeah,
Don't
okay.
forget, you've really got to pronounce that G at the end of
Making.
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 Yeah.
Making
Yeah.
Come on. Who knows what this one is? Come on.
motion.
Brownian
Just say
motion
Brownian motion.
is
Brownian
it.
motion.
Yeah, the
That you get in
Brownian
in a nice, fresh, hot cup of tea.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Who was able to measure the charge on an electron through his oil drop experiment?
Oh,
That's Fred down at number 7. He did that.
I've heard this.
that would be Millikan's oil drop experiment.
It was Millikan. Do you know his first name?
Robert.
Boy.
It was indeed Robert.
I haven't got a clue.
It was Robert Millikan.
Why wasn't it
Didn't he do it
Spike?
with somebody else?
It should have been
Wasn't it
Spike
two of them, or
Millikan.
was it just him?
No, just him.
Okay.
Here's a hard, easy one. What is the alternative name given to electrophiles? And their reactivity can be explained using the HSAB theory. I got to throw a tricky one in there every now and
What do you
Every
mean,
now and then.
and
Okay.
then.
I forgot how stupid I feel
We'll
when
see
it
if the
comes to
peanuts
this.
know what this one's called.
Wasn't Jimmy Savile an electrophile? Oh, sorry, it's a paedophile.
Oh dear.
I tell you what, it's a good job Terry's not monetized, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would ruin that for him.
Been dumb. Yeah.
No one knows this one?
No.
No.
No, I don't know what the
That's what the
HSAB theory is either, so there we go.
Ah. They are called Lewis acids.
Nope.
Oh,
Never
well,
heard
yeah,
of
Oh,
that.
I knew that. I knew that.
Of course.
Of course.
Back to
yeah.
the easy
I'm
ones.
I'm not even
Say-
gonna lie. Never heard of that.
What is
Never
the
say
class
it
of
up,
objects? What is the class of objects that absorbs all electromagnetic radiation,
Oh.
supported and modelled by the Stefan-Boltzmann law? They would be
Black bodies.
Yeah.
What was that, Blue?
black bodies. They are.
Oh, black bodies.
Yeah. Black
Woohoo!
bodies.
One I knew.
Yeah. I think most people think of them as radiators, though, don't they?
What is the name given to hadrons comprised of two quarks bound together?
Not Cations, are they?
Not Cations or anions. No.
Onions.
Or onions.
Onions.
Oh, know your onions. Really got to know your onions.
I like some onions on my burgers.
I don't like
Oh, green
Cations on my
onions.
I don't
burger.
know.
No,
Or
I don't
something like
case.
hadrons or byrons or baryrons or one of those ones.
Well, it's one of that kind of thing, yeah. But starts with M.
Okay. M. That's it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Muons.
M, like
Yeah.
muons or something. Oh,
Not muons. The
Not
other
muons.
M one.
I can't think of another
shit.
M1.
There's only one M1 in Northern Ireland. Goes to Belfast.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes, Nerdlord, I think you are a little bit behind.
Yes.
Not muons? No, not muons. Larry DeMarch, not muons.
Don't know.
No one knows. Okay, they are mesons.
Mesons.
Ah,
I
I don't
have
know
heard
these
of them,
sounds.
but I couldn't. The name
Yeah.
just didn't come to mind.
Well, what
Blue
if there are
nu-
three
sounds like
quarks
blue
bound
nuance.
together? What are they called?
Right.
What if you've got three quarks bound together? What are they called?
what is the name given
Muon?
to hadrons?
Oh,
Heaven.
Given.
Given.
Well, they're hadrons, but they're called something else, though.
Tricore.
Starts with B. Timbo mentioned them before, too.
Oh, baryons.
Barrier.
That is the one. They are baryons, yes.
I didn't know what they were. I just knew that was the name for something.
Yeah. That's the name we give to three quark things, yeah. What is the name of the constant Einstein used to keep the universe in a steady state, as opposed to expanding in his equations?
Well, okay.
Luck.
Given the constant used to keep
Yeah.
it in.
Yeah. Was that
What's it
the
called?
cosmological constant?
It is indeed the cosmological constant.
Okay.
E.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
What a blue.
Blue for the win. Yes.
Yay. 10. What type of matter contains machos and wimps, as predicted by the Einstein de Sitter model?
At my gym.
Yeah, I was going to say something like that. Yeah. I'll come into the former.
Antimatter?
Not antimatter, no.
Dark matter.
That's the one.
I was
Dark
just going to say
matter.
dark matter.
Dark
Yeah.
matter.
Yep.
This picture kind of gives it away.
Name a triatomic pale blue gas.
Fred. George. Sydney.
Not Fred or
Alfred?
George, no.
I've just given them names. There they go.
Ozone.
Ozone, yeah.
Is that
Ozone. Ozone is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
given by the picture?
Given
yeah.
that it's showing the
Yeah.
ozone gap.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
So
right.
Stanley Tripodi Dally Ozone. Yeah.
Who was the author of the 1960 dissertation, Physical Studies of the Planets? And
Carl.
he wrote the novel
Is it-
Contact.
Is it the bloke that you're showing, which is Carl
It
Sagan?
wouldn't be Carl
That's Carl
Sagan.
Sagan.
It is Carl Sagan, yes.
Carl
Ah.
Sagan read. Yeah.
Nah, it was Sleeping Warrior, wasn't it?
the little blue speck or whatever it was called.
Which particles carry a charge that is a multiple of 1/3 of the charge of an electron?
Probably
Quark.
quark.
Yeah.
Quark.
Given the
Quark.
picture, it's gotta be quark.
Yeah. This picture gives it
Is
away.
that, is, that what you, is that what you hear out when you go outside with the ducks?
I like I like the
Quark.
clues,
Quark.
Blurk. They help.
Quack,
They
quack.
help. They
Quark.
help with the clues.
If it quarks like a duck. Yeah.
John B. Watson provided an empirical evidence of classical conditioning when he conducted an experiment on what 11-month-old infant?
Oh,
Do you know the name of this?
starts with a B, right?
A rabbit.
No, it doesn't start with a B. Wrong.
No.
Bunny. Fluffy bunny.
It's like lunch to
It's
me.
a dog.
Yeah.
I remember the experiment.
Mm. Do you remember the name?
No, obviously not. I thought it started with a B.
Nope. It's not Rosemary's Baby. No. No one knows?
No.
Little
No.
Albert.
Little Albert is indeed the right one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Little Albert and the fluffy bastard.
Yeah. Which scientific principle states that only 2 electrons can occupy a given orbital and both must have opposite spins?
It's from a circle. Principle.
It says
Not
the Pauli exclusion principle.
It is the Pauli exclusion principle. Yes.
So I read it
It
off
says so on the
I read it
diagram.
off the graphic as well.
Yes.
Who got it
Took a while
first,
to
Timbo or
read
me?
down to
'Cause we-
that part in the. It took you that long to read down to that part in the picture.
Did I get
Yes.
it before Timbo? Or we both said it at the same time.
I'll give you a
just
tie
before.
there.
No, it's just before me. There you
All
go.
right. What logical maxim states that simpler explanations of phenomena are to be preferred as expressed by Aquinas and Newton?
Homer,
that's
the
the
Homer
Homer.
principle.
Occam's razor.
Occam's razor.
The Homer principle. No.
The Homer principle.
I think Blue was trying to say something there. What was that, Blue?
Yeah, I can read it.
Occam's razor. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is indeed. Occam's
Occam's
razor. Yep. Oh, as Raxor.
Occam's Raxor. That sounds better. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, no one would have guessed it if that was the actual answer, Raxor.
Did you get Timbo to write this quiz?
No, if I got Timbo to write it, there would be a spelling mistake in every question. No,
Spelling mistake too.
What do you mean every question? You mean every 3 or 4 words?
in every sentence. Question 17. This person won
which-
2 individual Nobel Prizes and was
And Moose.
I think
Famous?
it was famous.
Yeah, famous.
And was famous for studying molecules and biological chemistry, proteins.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it
this
was
person,
that guy.
sorry.
Yeah, that
I got
guy.
something in front of his face. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he looks very familiar.
Everybody knows him.
Yeah,
this quiz was put through spell check.
it was.
No
I
idea.
have faintest idea who that is.
It is Linus Pauling.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the
I still don't know.
first
who he
time
is,
I've heard
but
of
anyway.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Which scientific principle states that as protons are added to the nucleus to build up the elements, electrons must also be added to the lowest energy orbital? This is a bit of an obscure one.
No idea. Processes.
I'll give the peanuts a chance in case anyone knows it.
Scientific principles to do with energy.
Yeah, quick, look it up. Go on.
Google faster, damn it.
Yeah, start today.
Trying to.
your Google foo is not strong enough.
I'm afraid.
No.
No one knows yet? Come on,
Nah.
someone look it up.
Well, I asked Google. I'll say.
Fred,
Yeah,
Fred's
you're
not
asking-
being
ask
very
Google.
honest.
Ask
Come on,
Google,
ask
Timbo.
Google.
Okay.
Go on, ask
Let's see what
Google.
Google says. Okay.
I
Hey,
like
Google.
Fred's answer. Clive isn't here to copy.
Which scientific principle states that as the protons are added to the nucleus to build up the elements, electrons must also be added to the lowest energy orbital?
On the website planacademy.org, they say the outdoor principle states that electrons build up.
Can't hear
Outdoor is German for building up. Do you want a little more?
Did you get it right?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. What
Yeah,
did
we
it say?
couldn't hear it.
Our core principle?
What?
It was O core or our core principle, something like that?
No,
Oh,
it's called
that's what-
the Aufbau principle.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah, it's a bit hard to understand Google sometimes.
Well, that sounds
Okay.
German.
Yeah. Okay. Which law states that the force between two charges is directly proportional to the product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them?
Oh,
Blue, we get
that's
this right.
that's the Flirt's favorite one.
Coulombs.
No, that's
Coulombs,
just
yeah.
Coulomb's law. That's just not.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, they like to
indeed.
say that's in place of gravity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is indeed Coulomb's
Coulomb's
law. Yeah. Who won a
But you
Nobel
put it in a wooden
Prize?
box and that'll change it.
Who won a Nobel Prize for research with semiconductors and superconductivity?
Was it one of those three men?
It was one of those three men. Come on, Alan, this is your country.
Reverse Google image search.
Yeah, I think it was the bloke in the middle actually.
Right, sitting
Hmm?
down.
What's his name?
Bob.
No.
I'm sure I've heard the
Bob.
name before, but I don't recognize the picture.
Well, he looks like a Bob. Hey, Bob.
Not Ken Wheeler.
Ken Wheeler.
No one knows? No, it was John Bardeen.
John Bart. Yeah, okay. John.
21. Who was the professor at the University of Chicago who developed radiocarbon dating in 1949?
Goobies.
Does anyone know?
No.
Wasn't her like Carrie or something like that?
Willard Nilly.
It was Libby. Yeah.
Google's busy
Thanks.
still explaining
Thanks,
the answer
Google.
in the background.
Yeah, you'll know this one. Back to some easy ones. What forms around a black hole and is made of material being drawn towards the event horizon?
Yeah.
An accretion disk.
That's right. It is an accretion disk. Well done, Alan.
Not occasion discing.
An occasion disk. 23. When a star has insufficient mass to form a black hole, it may form one of these objects.
A quasar?
What could that be?
I was going to say that looks like a quasar or pulsar.
No, I was
but
gonna
white
say,
dwarf is
quasar.
Not a quasar, not a pulsar.
white dwarf.
Okay.
White dwarf.
White dwarf is my
Neutron
first
star.
answer, but I don't think it is.
Neutron star.
Alan's on fire. It is indeed a neutron
Oh,
star.
neutron,
star.
damn it.
I was like that. The way that's phrased, it could have been several of those.
Yeah.
The
Name
answer
the
says
law
neutron.
that was corrected by Maxwell by adding displacement current into the equation.
Maxwell's law.
Not Maxwell's law.
That'd be too easy.
No.
Well, you know, had to try
Where'd
it.
it go?
Anyone know?
Corrected max by adding displacement current into
Yeah. It
No idea.
starts with an A.
I have to ask Google again.
Nerd alert! Quick, answer the question.
Jesus. Ampere's law?
It is indeed Ampere's law. Well done. Yeah. Okay, 25. Name the quantity of 1.4 solar masses, which is the point at which white dwarfs become supernovae. What's that called?
Critical?
Not critical, no.
Oh,
It's known as a kind of limit.
yeah.
Starts with S. Starts with C, sorry. Stark
Oh,
got
then,
it
yeah.
right.
Then Stark Orders got it.
He has got it right. The
Yeah.
Chandrasekhar limit, yeah. Yeah.
Never got that.
Yeah,
I don't think
there's
I've
no
ever-
way I'm going to remember that.
Okay.
I can't remember something I've never heard of before.
26. What is the name of the alloy made from tin and copper?
Is that bronze or brass?
Bronze.
Well, it's one of those two. Now, which one?
Bronze.
I thought it was bronze, but anyway.
It
Bronze is
is
brass.
indeed bronze, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's bronze.
Yeah. Which principle states that there is a limit to how accurately we can know the position and momentum of any given particle? Now, I know you might not be sure about this answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Heisenberg.
Heisenberg's what?
Uncertainty principle.
Certainty.
That's the one, yeah. Question 28. What unit of signaling speed is expressed in pulses per second?
Hertz.
No,
Not hertz.
not hertz.
Baud.
Per second.
BAUD.
Alan has it right. Well done. It is indeed
Yeah.
baud, the baud rate,
Baud rates.
which is
Oh, there you go.
different from frequency. Yeah.
Yeah. It's computer term. Well, used
Yeah.
in computers. Yeah.
What is characterized by an oxygen atom linking two hydrocarbon groups? The Flurfs also love this one.
Say
Especially
it's an
Witsit.
oxy something or something.
Especially Witsit. He loves this. There you go. Well done, Nerd Alert. It is indeed an ether. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
30. Who wrote On Floating Bodies, Method of Mechanical Theorems, and the Sapphire and the sphere and the cylinder? It's supposed to be not the
Eureka
sapphire.
guy.
The sphere and the cylinder.
Archimedes.
Yeah.
It is
That guy.
indeed Archimedes. Did
I had
you give it
Pythagoras,
away?
but it's not Pythagoras.
Yeah, the clue helped.
Yeah.
Paul, having a picture of Paul having a bath was just, yeah.
Just 5 more questions. What is the point at which a mixture of 2 or more elements has a lower melting point than any of its constituents? Does anyone know what they call that point?
Nope.
No. I'm sure I'll know once you tell me. But,
Yeah. I will know it for 5 minutes once you tell me.
I'll just give the peanuts a moment or two to see if anyone knows out there.
Yeah,
we'll
give him a
find
chance.
this out. I think it's some
No.
melting point or something. But anyway.
It's known as the eutectic point.
Geranianism just got it in as you said it.
Yeah, oh, good.
Yeah. Well done, Joe.
Yeah. Question 32. This substance was also known as protium and was discovered by Henry Cavendish.
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
It is indeed hydrogen. Yeah. What is the name given to the first and second numbers in a blood pressure reading?
Systolic
It's
and
systolic
diastolic.
and yeah.
Oh, systolic.
Just got in front of me.
Yeah.
You go for it.
The
Yeah,
systolic and the
systolic. Yeah.
the systolic and the
Yeah.
diabolic, right?
You got to watch out for that diabolic person.
Yeah. Who discovered electromagnetic waves?
Discovered.
Yeah.
Dunno.
I did in about
Plus.
1961, but I think somebody beat me to it.
Hey,
Well-
Google, who discovered electromagnetic waves?
Who was it?
Heinrich
Who
Hertz,
discovered
wasn't it?
electromagnetic waves?
On the website ucl.ac.uk, they say,
John Ambrose Fleming.
Heinrich Hertz.
It was indeed Heinrich Hertz. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Google got
And
it
your
wrong.
last question. The first spacewalks took place during which set of missions?
Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that one. Good. Gemini.
Excuse me? Who did the
What?
first spacewalk?
It was actually Russian. If you put US spacewalks, you could have said Gemini, but a Russian was the first one to do it.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Alexei Leonov.
Yeah. That's the one.
Ah.
It's only because he had the Gemini symbol up there. I knew straight away what it was.
He
Yeah.
beat Ed White to it by, I think it was a matter of weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 weeks or something. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
That
thank you,
was your
Paul.
quiz for today.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Good on you, mate.
And,
Oh,
and
there's
Alan
Alan in
suddenly
his-
got very young.
all of this knowledge has de-aged Alan.
Looking as splendid in his uniform.
Yeah. When I was 19.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, 19. Wow.
Yeah, I was only 19.
Yeah. Red
You
gum
were
song.
young and fit, but very stupid and naive, probably. Like the rest of us at 19. You think you know everything.
yourself. Speak for yourself.
Well, you still think you know everything. So there's nothing to change.
I know I don't know everything.
I know, mate. I know, mate.
Well, you know
I'm well
something.
aware of
You
my
know that.
shortcomings. Thank you very much.
Well, you do when you get older, don't you? But 19, you don't know. You're not aware of your shortcomings, though, are you? Really, you think you know everything, but you don't.
I don't know
I think
about
you
that.
start to become aware.
Yeah.
So some people do. Some people it takes them, a few decades.
Some people it never happens.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah.
The only reason I put it up was because I just remembered that my usual choice of a slideshow doesn't really work well when you've got a background thing turned on as well.
Gotta get Timbo to modify it so its jaw can move.
So 2022 was a pretty big year for a lot of space discoveries.
Hello, Anton.
I was gonna say I hear a voice.
That's Anton.
Yes.
I'll get that all the time. I'm always hearing voices.
Well, you sound like Anton.
They're usually subtly telling me, do it, on.
You know you want to.
Farmer's boy, do it. Do it. I don't know what, do it anyway.
Come on, do it.
What's next then? Terry? Couldn't think of your name then for a second. Forgot your name.
Thingy.
Terry. What's your name? Bob, Fred, George?
George, Fred.
Dude.
Dude. I don't think I've ever called him dude. I don't think. Called him a lot of names in the past, but I've never
Frank
dude.
is his real name.
Frank,
Davis.
is it? Davies though, isn't it? It's not Davis.
Yeah,
Davies
yeah.
or Davis? Yeah.
It's Davies.
Davies.
Yeah, it's got an E. It's got an E in it.
I don't know why, but for some reason I keep calling
how else
Alan.
do you spell Terry?
I keep thinking calling Alan Davies for some reason. Oh, Alan Davies said that. No, it's Alan. It's not Alan Davies. Alan Evans. I keep getting corrected in that. I don't know why. Don't know why I keep saying that.
Alan Davies is
And Bob the science guy kept getting me and Alan mixed up there a couple of times.
No, that's Steve Davis, John. You're thinking of
Steve.
Steve Davies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve,
And
interesting Davies.
And I'm not a darts player either.
Oh, is there a name of a darts player? It's got that?
Yeah.
That's a name. It was a name of a world champion darts player.
Yep.
I don't know. I know nothing about darts whatsoever. Absolutely nothing.
Well,
I know how to play it. That's
Well,
about
I'm
it.
sure I'm sure you can understand. I only know about Alan Evans, the world champion darts player, for one reason and one reason alone.
Yeah, well,
Because you met
share
him.
the same name. No,
What are you talking about? Your name's Frank.
You're Frank. Frank
Nah,
Starr.
Alan looks like an Alan. He'll always be an
But if
Alan.
we're going back in time, that's me when I was 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the doorbell. Hang on, I'll be back.
Okay, we all have to find our picture of when we were 16.
I don't have any pictures when I was 16.
I was gonna say I
Well, I
think I
did.
properly destroyed.
Yeah, I don't
any of
have
those
any
that
either. I'm not on
existed.
the computer, that's for sure.
No.
I think I have some.
16. Wow.
You can see a naked turtle when he was 16. I'll see if I can find one.
He hasn't changed a bit. Yeah, he hasn't changed a bit, has he, Farmers? To be fair.
No, not a lot.
No. Still into his bikes even then. Right, how do you unpin? Oh, there is remove pin.
A lot of my photos on the old Polaroid photos back in the 70s.
Yeah, that's right. Polaroid photos. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
that's me and my Honda MB5 in 1986. Back on the old home farm.
When I was 16, though, I was skinny as a rake. I'm not kidding you. I looked almost like anorexic. I was pale white as well, with blonde hair, and I just looked ill. I was so skinny. Look at me now. I don't know what's happened. I've gone the complete opposite way. I'm a fat person.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all skinny in those days.
No, but John, you don't understand. They're
I don't
skinny
think I've
and
ever
they're
been skinny.
They're skinny as well. And for some stupid, bizarre reason, I thought it was a good idea to wear those skin tight jeans for some reason. I thought it was a brilliant idea at the time, but no, I looked ridiculous. Quite honestly.
It didn't have bell bottoms on it, did it?
No, definitely not bell bottoms. No, this is like the 80s sort of thing. So the bell bottoms are gone by that. Bob Blimey, if you wore bell bottoms in the 80s, you get shot.
Yes.
Blue shared his in Discord.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, dear.
Excuse the music in the background if everybody can. Can you hear the music in the background?
I can't.
No.
That
No, that's
doesn't-
all right.
That,
My
that,
mic- no,
that
that's-
doesn't
that's
look
good.
like Blue.
Well, trust me, that's blue.
Okay.
You still haven't changed Blue's name, though. Something else. You could just change it just to Blue's balls.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fella, isn't he?
Steel balls.
Yeah.
Yes. How long ago was that taken, though, Blue?
Yesterday, of course.
He's had a hell of a 24 hours then, you know.
Oh, Colon sent me a message earlier on. I'd heard about this as well. I don't know if you were aware, but apparently YouTube have got a profanity censor on there. I mean, it doesn't really apply to Terry's, but if you swear within the first 8 seconds of a video, or I assume a stream as well, is that apparently you get demonetized now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's been a thing for a while.
Has it been a while? Is it? I thought it was a recent thing.
I mean, people might have been recently talking about it, but it's definitely been there for a while because I've been a part of some other streams and we kind of laugh about how fast we can get them demonetized.
Yeah. No. Okay. How long ago was that then? What we talking about? Just a few months or weeks?
No,
or
I
years
mean, we've done it for years.
Oh, okay.
Depends on how you set your channel up.
Well, didn't they actually? No. Well, didn't they stop that for a while, but then brought it back again?
That might have been
thought-
part of it.
Yeah.
You can classify your channel as like for adults only, and you can get away with it. But if
Well, you can't. You see, the only option you got, at least for live stream, is got. Well, but same with the video, is that you say whether it's for children or not, and if you don't, then it's not for children.
Yeah, even if it's not for children, though, if you swear within, now he's saying the first 8 seconds, but I think it's like the first 5 minutes of the video.
Yeah.
Like
so apparently even if you don't check for children, you still get demonetized for the first few minutes if you swear.
Yeah. So typically like the thing is you want to keep it clean or whatever for about the first 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, just to make sure that you're past any of their scans, and then you can be a little bit more loose with things. Obviously there's still points where they'll demonetize it for whatever, but you get a little bit more leeway.
I wonder if Oakley knows that. Because he swears when he wants anyway. Nobody else is allowed to swear apart from him.
Yeah.
second word is
Yeah, quite.
That's right, John. Yeah. Well, he probably does it because he does his housekeeping, doesn't he? When they say the same shit every single stream.
Yeah.
And there's nothing then, and then if he has a if he has a Glober on, I should say, beg your pardon, then he'll start swearing. You just call them, or Bev. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a Glober anymore, does it?
No.
Just put Bev on, and he'll swear at him. Oh, that was glorious. So how long was it until midnight for you, Terry? Or Paul, I
6
don't know.
minutes.
Another hour.
Oh, 6 minutes, really?
6 minutes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Another hour for here, mate.
Another hour for you, John.
Yeah.
Fireworks
Well,
go
yes,
off in Sydney.
You're on the other side of Australia, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's 3. Is there 3 time zones in Australia? Is
Yeah.
it 2?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
So
three.
he's not. He's
It's
not on
three.
the other side. He's just in the.
Well, technically, there's 4 at the
He's on
moment.
the same.
I
He's
was-
on
I
the
was gonna
same
say,
side
is-
as us.
I'm on
Isn't
the
there
same
4?
side.
Because
I'm on the
Because
same
Queensland
side,
does
but-
things different.
Yeah.
New Zealand obviously have theirs then already.
Yeah,
Yep.
New Zealand's
So,
gone.
yeah,
so
they
we
had
have 3
theirs.
times. We have 3 time zones and banana time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queenslanders don't have daylight saving. So.
There's a lot down the Gold Coast. You have a party down there and go over the border and have another party.
Yeah, that's right.
I was gonna say, isn't one of the time zones only like 30 minutes instead of an
No,
hour?
an hour. No, it's an hour. So if you're on the
Okay.
if you're on New South Wales Queensland border, which is near Gold Coast, Brisbane, well, Gold Coast more. Yes, you can pretty much just drive across the border and have 2 New Year's Eve parties within an
Right.
hour to the other. Yeah. So anyway, there's me when I was about 14, I think.
I haven't got one photo that's digitised. I've looked everywhere.
You might notice it's in the 80s. So I've got my my silver jacket and also the
Oh, I was going to say
denim
the silver
jacket.
jacket. Yeah.
and the denim jacket on at the same time. I was doubly cool.
What, you didn't have a mullet, mate.
Didn't have what, sorry?
You didn't have the mullet.
No, I didn't have a mullet.
Is it supposed to be a racing jacket sort of thing? Because I could see that.
Oh, it's sort of a space jacket, I think it's meant to be. It's
Oh, is it?
Well, it's got racing things. It's got some sort of space mission thing on the side, on the top, and yeah. Anyway, a bit of a trend for a little while.
On top of your denim jacket. Yeah.
I would dare say if you checked my boots, I would have had the long cowboy boots. You know, the urban cowboy look was in when I was in the 80s.
There you go. That's me when I got my first degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, there he is.
And is that your son on the right? On your right?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Just say.
Look at his voice. Fuck.
What's you been taking?
That's Alan's. Sorry.
How old were you there then, Paul?
Rather not say.
Oh, come on, everybody else is.
His first degree, it must have been 15, 16. Come on.
Yeah, he's 12. Yeah. Child prodigy. So what was your degree in then? Give us that at least.
That was my first degree in physics.
Physics.
My undergrad degree in physics.
And you got another degree, have you? What was your other degree in?
I've got other degrees, yeah.
How many have you got? Jesus. So name your degrees. What have you got?
I
No,
hear
rather not.
I hear
come
once
on.
you get your first
No,
PhD,
come on.
the rest are just really easy,
Oh, you haven't changed a bit, Timbo.
Not that one.
Like Farmer's in his photograph of his motorbike, he hasn't changed a bit either. Still looks the same.
I do.
Here I am.
Just shorter hair.
Hello.
There you go. There's John.
Hi, John. I can see John.
John.
There you go.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hang on. I just got to find the right gear. Hang on.
He's off
Here we
again.
Oh.
Oh, I haven't got that many that exist digitally, but
Hey.
there is another one. It's stop video. That was that's early 90s.
Oh, you have to with those shades and the denim jackets. Who's that next to you then? Who is that? I can't see.
Oh
Anybody?
God, what was the shit? That was just one of the gang. Sarah, I think her name was, if I remember. She's just one of the gang.
Is it my imagination, or have you got a slight moustache there? Have you?
No, no, it is your imagination. I've never
can't-
been a tash wearer. No.
Yeah.
And those they're like they're like the glasses I've got now. They're reactor lights. So I guess I've just been outside or something. They've got a bit of a tint to them.
And it
Yeah,
might,
that-
but it looks slightly that you might have a slight sort of mild mullet as well, judging by the hair. No, slightly long at the back, you know.
No, it's not long at the back. I just used to let my hair grow longer. Then I can't stand it. That if it only got that long recently during the first lockdown when the hairdressers were shut. I can't stand it that long now.
Yeah, same.
But
Oh,
yeah.
Alan, who is that? Your dad? You're standing next to that one, Alan.
Yes, and I'd forgotten I was that much taller than my dad, actually.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Oh, was it New Year for you now, Noz?
Happy New Year for us. Yes.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right.
I can hear the fireworks going.
I should go to bed soon.
And that was me after my last qualification.
Only a few years difference.
Yes, Elmi, because I haven't changed that much. I've just got a bit bigger.
Yeah, there's some fireworks, peanuts. I won't play the music too much.
You are playing the music.
I was for 2 seconds. That's Sydney Harbour Bridge getting lit up in Botany Bay.
Botany Bay?
Not in Botany Bay.
Oh, not Botany. Was it? What's it called?
Sydney Harbour.
Sydney Harbour.
Yeah.
It's in the harbour, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Happy New Year. It's 5 a.m., so I am gonna go to bed.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
But yeah, y'all have a good day, and I will talk to y'all again soon.
Righto, donkey.
Yeah.
All right then, arse wipe. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Yeah. You know what, Terry? Next time you need help with your computer, yeah, just wait.
Where are you from, you donkey? Where are you about to you?
I'm living on the west coast of the U.S. currently.
Oh, you got a long way to go then.
Yeah. I got,
You north or south of
what, 19?
San Francisco or Los Angeles or whatever?
I'm up in the northwest, so I'm north of there.
Oregon?
Yeah, thereabouts.
You've still got best part of a day to go.
Yep.
17, 18 hours odd.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, we've been going for 2 hours and 8 minutes for some strange reason.
Don't. You'll tempt fate. Don't say it.
Don't say that. What are you doing?
Walking over to.
Well, if you lose it now, don't blame me now because that's your fault. You just jinxed it. So you know.
I'm just waiting for me to go. Get that circular thing going.
Usually ends up with a farmer's boy pose. Usually.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, just hold it
Okay.
there for the next 2 hours.
You can crash now.
Okay, we'll do that.
It's like something out of Police Squad, isn't it? Where they freeze at the end and they
Yeah.
are just standing still. That's
Yeah.
And he's pouring coffee and it's going out of his cup all over his hand, and the hand's starting to shake and he keeps looking down as if to say, "You're burning my hand."
You watched our Bad Obsessions Motorsport, the one with the Mini they're doing up? You seen that?
No.
It's
Is it a proper Mini or one of those fake BMW things?
Oh, I don't know. It was a mini shell that they started out with.
Well, it could be an actual Mini then.
Yeah,
No, I was
Baden-
catching up on the Tank Museum yesterday.
Yeah, I was watching a bit there this evening. I'm up to episode 3, I think, of that one we started
The
on.
one you were thinking of that isn't going to run is the Jag Panther.
Right.
That's the one that's display purposes only, because
Yeah.
I don't think there's nearly enough of it there to actually get it running.
Yeah. But the one they're doing now, we're watching the Goose Stag. That's hopefully I'll get to see that run.
You mean the Stug, the
The Stug.
Sturmgeschütz?
That's the one.
Yes.
Stug.
It's a Stug. They call it a Stug. It's short for Sturmgeschütz, which means assault gun.
Yeah.
It was basically a Panzer III without the turret, and they just built up the superstructure and had a gun sticking out the front that you could sort of move a little bit because it was quicker and cheaper to make. And they were very good at laying in wait and then catching other tanks out by surprise because, yeah, they had a smaller profile. But it was basically because they're running out of resources, and it's like, hang on, we can build tanks without turrets. That doesn't take up so much gear and metal and everything else. And they can churn them out quicker.
Well, Terry, if you like, I can do my quiz from the other day that we didn't do.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Not
got
bad,
time. I've got nowhere else
Can
to
we
be.
just take a pause? I need to go and make a cup of tea. 'cause my
Okay,
throat's
you go and
really
make your
sore.
cuppa.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Actually,
I'll
yeah,
have to make a
that's
cup
good
of
idea.
tea too.
Okay, off you
I'm
go.
going to make. Well, we're all going to make a cup of tea.
You guys go and make your cup of tea.
Oh, dear, they're all running away.
Well, we can listen to a bit of Anton or Anton for now, and then
I was
Simon
going to ask
after.
what you got for Christmas. Oh, you got a graphics card, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I bought myself for Christmas.
So 2022 was a pretty big year for a lot of space discoveries, a lot of science discoveries, a lot of discoveries involving various telescopes. So big, as a matter of fact, that it's kind of difficult to create a video with just 10 major discoveries. But in this video, I'm going to do my best to try to find 10 or so top discoveries in space sciences of 2022. Hello, wonderful person.
We're just listening
this is
to this.
Anton, and let's start with the obvious. James Webb Space
Yeah,
Telescope,
I don't
like
dare
the whole
share it.
thing. And that's because even by itself, the
It's okay.
telescope
That's
has already
just,
made so many incredible discoveries.
which one
As
is
a matter
it?
of fact,
The
check out
Hubgo
the separate
thing is
video
like
on
to
the
play.
discoveries that essentially
Anton.
focuses on the
It's
James
Anton's.
Webb only. But just the fact that this mission was in planning for something like 2 decades and cost approximately $10 billion in total, and also had approximately 340 different ways to fail before,
Clive said
during,
tea.
or after
Tea,
launch,
yes please,
the
milk no
fact
sugar.
that it succeeded and was able to release so many incredible images in just over 6 months is already pretty mind-blowing.
Elmick
James
said they
Webb
have it
Space
still
Telescope
over there.
was basically the number one space achievement, space discovery
Yeah,
of
it doesn't
2022.
look like the one
Okay,
they're
what
doing
about
up
the next one?
here,
Well, I
Elmick.
think I would have to give this
This
to
one was
the
blown
DART
up.
mission. The asteroid redirect mission that happened in September of 2022 that essentially didn't just teach us that we can definitely change an orbit of an asteroid, but that the actual effects from this collision are much higher than anyone ever thought. And this by itself was already a pretty incredible discovery. And if you want to actually learn more about what happened here, and why exactly the effects were so dramatic and approximately 30 times higher than what the scientists expected, check out either the recent video or one of the videos in the description.
So what's
In a
Anton?
nutshell, though,
I
after
think
this
I've got
mission,
Anton
we
in
can
my
definitively say
subscriptions.
that I guess we can
What's his,
stop worrying about asteroids potentially destroying our
YouTube
planet.
Dan?
There's at least one way we've discovered
he's in the
that
show you
definitely
shared,
redirects
so
them really well.
that's
And
right.
I guess
That's
the
right.
other
Yeah,
really,
where they all
really
end
important
up.
discovery of 2022 was the
I get it
first
from
ever image of the Sagittarius A star, the supermassive black hole in the center of our own galaxy. Now, it obviously didn't generate the same amount of buzz as the M87 black hole, but this image was still important for a lot of other reasons discussed in the video in the description. For example, it showed us that there is definitely something unusual going on around the central black hole, and more importantly, some of the recent studies have even uncovered some unusual blob of hot gas that seems to orbit around the black hole. And so these new studies and these new observations will definitively help us understand what's happening right in the middle of the Milky Way and what exactly is our black hole up to. At the moment, all of this is new discoveries. Then we also had quite a lot of discoveries from our neighbor Mars. specifically in regards to the geology and in regards to what seems to still happen inside Mars. Because it seems that Mars is not just still volcanically active, it's actually geologically active, and potentially has a relatively large plume that's able to create new volcanoes even today. But there were actually quite a lot of other discoveries about Mars and about Martian atmosphere, Martian surface, or even Martian moon Phobos that we've discussed in a lot of recent videos. For example, one of the recent studies definitively confirmed that the unusual stripes on Phobos are actually the result of Phobos sort of slowly falling apart and breaking apart because of the tidal gravitational forces from Mars itself. And so there was no one discovery coming from Mars, there was just a bunch of small ones that definitively changed our overall understanding of this unusual red planet. This was also a pretty good year for visualization and specifically different types of maps. In this case, different teams of scientists were able to create a really cool visualization of the Milky Way galaxy, with a different team creating a visualization of the entire observable universe. And both were not just realistic and extremely easy to understand, they were also focusing on a lot of recent data with a lot of recent updates, allowing us to actually kind of visualize where we live and what the actual universe potentially looks like. The videos for both of these topics should be somewhere in the description. But more importantly, when it comes to these maps or a lot of these studies on the Milky Way galaxy, a lot of new data from telescopes like the Gaia telescope now help the scientists discover so many new things about the shape of the Milky Way and the overall structure as well, helping us reveal that the galaxy that we live in is definitely a lot more warped, a lot more shifted and twisted.
If you want to see the images, you'd have to go over to YouTube.
Around it, with all this suggesting that our
but then you
galaxy
wouldn't
has
get the
gone
same
through some
audio
really
to the
active
images.
development and a lot of intergalactic interaction, with a lot of these wrinkles and a lot of these unusual shapes very likely caused by various massive galaxies orbiting around the Milky Way, but eventually being absorbed by the Milky Way one way or another. In the process, discovering some really strange massive structures inside the galaxy, such as the one that you see right here, known as the Maggie filament, but also even identifying the ancient core of the Milky Way itself, essentially the location where many early stars served as a foundation for the rest of the galaxy. With all this being a result of a lot of data released by the Gaia telescope and thorough analysis showing exactly how various stars around the galaxy move and where exactly they're located as well, which allowed the scientists to map everything in the Milky Way even better. And speaking of different star maps, another somewhat interesting discovery from not so long ago was the unusual discovery of the historic Hipparcos map, or essentially the first ever map created by the iconic Hipparcos, the father of astronomy. This was a really unusual discovery because it was actually hidden behind a lot of other text, and in this case it's extremely important because this is the first time we've ever seen Hipparcos' writing itself. It's the first time this catalog was officially seen, or essentially is confirmed to have existed. Previously, we've only heard about this catalog from other writers, and it turns out that it's also extremely accurate, way more accurate than any of the other catalogs up until recent times, confirming that Hipparchus was definitely way ahead of his time. This catalog was most likely created around 150 BC, so it's basically 2200 years old. But I guess in this case it's really more interesting for historical reasons. When it comes to actual science, the other exciting discovery was when the scientists found a way to see through the so-called zone of avoidance. The dusty area right in the middle of the Milky Way that basically covers everything behind it, not allowing us to see what's going on in the rest of the universe in this particular direction. But using some new techniques, the scientists were able to do so after all, discovering a really large structure, or essentially a really large galactic cluster, that seems to have been hiding behind everything and was invisible until now. And that's of course great news for one reason. This area is exactly where a lot of mysteries of local universe are also hidden. Things like, for example, the iconic Great Attractor. And so by being able to work out these techniques, the scientists might be able to finally solve the mystery of the Great Attractor as well. What exactly is it, and why are all galaxies near us flying toward this particular destination? What exactly is there? Well, so that's really the point behind this particular discovery. There is no answer yet, but maybe in the future. There was also a tremendous discovery of various interesting or even strange exoplanets pretty much all over the Milky Way galaxy, with some of them being very exciting because they were water worlds, and some of them being exciting because they were in a habitable zone. But one of the recent discoveries really made no sense. It was a planet that shouldn't technically exist. You can find more about this planet in the description below, but overall the entire year was pretty exciting for a lot of exoplanetary studies. New discoveries from James Webb, new discoveries from the TESS telescope, and a lot of planets even relatively close to us. As a matter of fact, one of the more exciting discoveries from very close to us was from Proxima Centauri, the closest star system to us. And in this case, this was a confirmation that Proxima Centauri definitely seems to have 3 different planets. The 3rd planet was confirmed. But this one is really far away from the star and is most likely some kind of an ice world. Then, the scientists have also confirmed the closest black hole discovered to the solar system, discovered by the Gaia telescope and known as Gaia BH1. It's about 1500 light years away from us, but it's definitely there and has been confirmed by various studies. Now obviously it's not that close, but this is the closest the scientists have been able to confirm, so it is a pretty big discovery. And speaking of black holes, there was also a really unusual discovery from just a few months ago of signs of potential supermassive black hole collision in the galaxy that you see right here, and it might occur in 2025. Now this is still preliminary, and we're not going to know if it happens until 2025, but if it does happen, it's going to be one of the most exciting events in astronomy in the last few decades. And that's because this type of a collision has never been observed by scientists anywhere. And if it does happen, it's going to teach us so much more about the universe and about how galaxies evolve as well. But we'll probably know more in 2025. And speaking of massive black holes and massive galaxies, there was also an official discovery of the largest galaxy ever seen, approximately 16 million light years across, a galaxy that we now refer to as Alcyoneus. Now this is a radio galaxy, and so it's really the size of the radio lobes that's 16 million light years across, with the major part of the galaxy really being small somewhere in the middle, but because the lobes technically are also part of the galaxy, it does make it a new record holder. But even though the scientists today understand the galaxies and how they grow and evolve so much better, when it comes to the universe as a whole, a lot of new studies in 2022 uncovered more mysteries than solutions, and specifically confirming that the expansion of the universe and the so-called Hubble tension seems to be real. The universe is definitely expanding and it's also accelerating its expansion, but for some reason at different accelerations, and nobody knows why. Is this some kind of a bias in measurements? Is this some kind of a hidden effect in the universe? Or is this something that seems to be natural but we don't understand? Either way though, it's been confirmed and the Hubble tension is definitely real. The other cool discovery was in regards to gravitational waves. But in this case, not the ones caused by various black hole collisions, but the ones that seem to be actually everywhere in the universe. By measuring deviations in various pulsar measurements, the scientists confirmed that the universe seems to be sort of vibrating and kind of shifting around, with Earth in this case being like a buoy on a somewhat calm water. And so there are a lot of these waves coming from various sources, but obviously nobody knows what these sources are. Some of these obviously could be massive black holes and a lot of other massive objects, but it could also be caused by a lot of other hidden mass, maybe dark matter, maybe something else. Still pretty cool discovery, and something to look forward to when the scientists discover even more. There were also discoveries of new types of explosions. Some of them were new types of nova, in this case micronova, and some of them were new types of supernova that's never been seen before, with one of them being particularly interesting because it occurred around a star that nobody ever thought would be able to go supernova, a type of a star known as Wolf-Rayet. And so all of these discoveries of different explosions were also kind of exciting. It basically just showed the scientists that, well, the universe, or things in the universe, don't always all explode in the same way because of similar principles. There are a lot of exceptions, and a lot of different ways an object can actually explode, with a lot of factors coming into play when it comes to nova, supernova, or a lot of different types of transients or explosions. But I guess it was just interesting that it was in 2022 that so many were discovered. And then there were also a lot of discoveries of various radio signals across the universe. I guess the most famous one is of course the fast radio burst, and there were quite a lot of FRBs found, with one being particularly interesting because it had a very unusual repetition pattern and was super mysterious until relatively recently. The video in the description explains why it was so mysterious and explains a little bit more about why the scientists believe it's actually happening. This particular signal actually repeated like 2000 times in a very short time. Then we had some discoveries from the solar system as well, specifically the shape of the solar system as discovered by the Voyager probes. Turns out that the solar system doesn't just have a weird shape, it also seems to have unusual ripples right at the edge of the solar system itself, which is definitely a different type of a view from what we always believed the solar system to look like, more spherical and more symmetrical. It's definitely not. And then there was also the detection of the most powerful gamma ray burst ever seen. This was actually really surprising because it was so powerful that even though it was super far away from us, like billions of light years away, it affected the atmosphere of planet Earth with the effects visible almost immediately. Now these were not dramatic effects, but it did affect the atmosphere, which is already quite surprising. Details somewhere right there in the description. And so luckily for us, these
Oh,
events
how come
are
we can't
super
see
rare,
Anton?
because if one were to happen
Because
much
I don't
closer to
risk
us,
it.
well, yeah, extinction event
Oh.
could possibly happen. Luckily, nothing like this is expected to happen for millions
You can hear
of
it
years.
quite all right,
But
can't
this
you?
definitely highlighted the
Oh, yeah,
extreme
yeah.
power of
Yeah.
GRBs, the most powerful explosions in the entire universe. And last but not least, Artemis 1. Artemis 1 was launched finally and has definitively showed NASA that we're ready to go to the moon and potentially even Mars. Now this wasn't really a discovery per se, it was more of a test, but it's still pretty exciting because it definitely means that within the next 10 years we might officially have possible colony on the moon and might even start making plans to go to Mars. And I guess that's pretty much it. I think there's like 20 or so discoveries I covered here, and as I mentioned, you can find most of them, or most of the more thorough explanations, in the description below. And so until future discoveries, well, that's pretty much it. Subscribe, share this with someone who loves learning about space and sciences, come back tomorrow to learn something else, support this channel on Patreon by joining channel membership, or by buying the Wonderful Person t-shirt you can find in the description. Stay wonderful, happy holidays, happy new year, and as always, bye bye.
Happy New Year, Anton.
Happy New Year.
Oh wait, I forgot one. There was also that signal detected by the Chinese FAST telescope that suggested that maybe aliens were talking to us, although in reality, further analysis and further observations discovered that it was most likely something that came from planet Earth, or very likely from the orbit around the planet. So unfortunately, once again, not aliens.
Oh, no new WoW signal then.
Okay.
Why not?
They're talking about aliens.
No aliens. No aliens.
No aliens.
Aliens.
No.
No new aliens.
Sadly, with Artemis 2, is probably not likely to happen until early 2025-ish, first quarter, probably.
Oh, okay.
Realistically, they've got to take the avionics out of the Artemis 1 capsule. They've got to test it, human rate it again and do a whole load of stuff, and that just takes time. And of course, it didn't launch until much later than it originally planned anyway. So you probably might not even be until second quarter of 2025. And like, there's a lot of people talk as well whether even Artemis 3 is even going to happen. There's a bit dubious people about that as well.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So timeline for Artemis altogether is looking completely different from what it originally was supposed to be planned to be.
Yeah.
I mean, if Artemis 3 does happen, I don't think it's going to happen until probably 2029, 2028, something like that. They've got lots of problems with all sorts of different things at the moment.
What can technology help? Like waiting for better technologies or using the same technologies?
Yeah, well, not really. No, it's more to do with things just not moving quick enough, and funding and politics and all kinds of different things related to that. I mean, the spacesuits they're having a lot of problems with. I don't know specifically the ins and outs of it, but I know they're having a lot of problems with that. That still hasn't been developed. They haven't even tested a lander yet, to land on the moon. So that's still way off. I mean, the Starship just hasn't even done an orbital test yet. That still hasn't been done, let alone landing on the moon. There's all kinds of different things.
Well, they made it look so easy back in 1969.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, look at what the motivator was. If you look back in history, right, what's the biggest motivator of a government or a country spending lots and lots of money on something? Most of it is usually the threat of war.
Mm.
And that was the Cold War, during the 1960s. It wasn't easy by any stretch, but they just poured everything into it, didn't they? And they made it happen because, well, they had to.
Well, I thought it was like necessity for certain things because they had to. They had no choice or something.
Yeah, so there's no real motivator now at the moment, is there? I mean, unless they're going to decide they're definitely going to beat the Chinese, because the Chinese are talking about producing a spacecraft or at least a booster at the moment that's going to get them to the moon. They're developing it right now as we speak. So whether NASA think, oh, we're not going to allow that to happen, in which case that might be a motivator to get it done sooner than is expected now. Who knows? Don't know. It all depends on when the Chinese are planning on landing. But they are going to land one time or another. That's for sure. They're going to put boots on the moon.
You know, the Chinese, they just take up land like in the Pacific and Indian Ocean. That's what the Americans are worried about. Just take the land, take the planet, take the moon.
Yeah, they're definitely Chinese are a little bit quietly expansionist, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pushing into India and threatening Thailand and all sorts of different things. Not Thailand, sorry. What's that island
Taiwan.
of China? Taiwan, sorry. That's it. I got mixed up. Taiwan, yeah. But maybe maybe that will happen. Maybe we'll end up with another race to the moon. I mean, the Americans. But then again, how much public support is going to be pushed into putting more money into doing it quicker? When the USA have already done it anyway. What's the point? They might say that. I don't know. I'm not American, so I don't know.
It's a jumping point from to other planets. The moon base. Once you establish a base on the moon, it's easy to launch rockets. You haven't got the great gravity to escape from it.
Mm.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure that moon bases are even going to happen. At least not in my lifetime. That's for sure. I don't think. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to get to Mars. We're going to put boots on Mars in my lifetime either. Now I've given up that idea again.
It's the future,
Yeah, way off now. I mean, it might happen in my kids' lifetime, but yeah, that's way off. And I mean, there's so many things to overcome just to get boots to Mars. So many problems to overcome.
Be more mechanical than human. Not just the different planets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, got another quiz.
Yeah.
It's a Timbo quiz.
Yeah,
the confusing quiz.
I didn't do one from the other night, so I'll do it now. And also, it was sort of themed.
Sources
so, it's just my first screen. So, this was apparently one of the jokes of the year. My attempts to combine nitrous oxide and oxide cubes made me a laughing stock.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, nitrous oxide. Yeah.
Olaf, that was it. Edinburgh Fringe 2022. Let's go. Let's see what we've got.
I'll give you a little story. I was we're at an event and somebody had fallen off their bike and he had broken his arm. Basically, his arm was broken, so we had him in the treatment tent and we're giving him nitrous oxide. But it did make him laugh, but it was kind of funny because in between laughing, he was going, he'd laughing his head off for no apparent reason, and then all of a sudden somebody moves his arm, and he go bastard or something like that, and then he's laughing again. It was so strange. It's really weird.
Silly. Oh, how about let's get started. Let's see what questions I've got. I can't even remember what questions I have now. There we go. Okay. The aardvark is native to which continent?
Africa.
South America.
Antarctica.
South
America. So we got choices in, sounds like South America or
I'm going to go with South America as well. I'm going to have to agree farmers, I think.
Doesn't mean to say I'm right, but that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to agree.
Well, giving them a chance out the peanuts.
Well, Nerdle agrees with me.
Nerds go with. That's it there. Okay.
It's not North America, that's for sure.
If people want to put in aardvarks, yes.
Well, Clive's agreeing with me. Larry's agreeing with me.
Apparently they're tasty.
Whatever continent Eric's a common
native
name
to the Netherlands, isn't it?
Yeah, which continent?
And then where Aardvark is? Oh, that's Aardman. I'm sorry.
I wonder what I was waiting for the punchline because I thought, no, I know he definitely doesn't think he comes from the Netherlands.
It definitely doesn't think Netherlands is a continent. So
yeah, no.
Okay. Apparently they're good eating, and that's why Africa.
Oh, Africa. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there you go. Dutch name. Yeah. Okay. Here's one everyone should get. Saskatchewan is a province in which country?
Oh, it's Canada, isn't it?
Canada.
Yeah, Blake
Canada.
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 Yeah, Canada. I go with Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada. Okay. What famous author tried to get his wife committed to an insane asylum so he could live with his 18-year-old mistress? A very famous author.
Woody Allen.
Wasn't Alan.
I've heard that story, but I don't know who
Charles
it is.
Dickens.
Could be.
We've got one Charles Dickens. Anyone going to raise another Charles Dickens?
I'll go with Bright Spark on that one. Yeah, sort of thing that Charles Dickens might do.
I'm just waiting for the peanuts to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, they got a bit of a delay.
Hemingway.
A bit of a delay. Hemingway. What was Hemingway? Was that south or north or east or west?
Oh, Hemingway or whatever his name is.
Hemingway.
Was it Flat Earth? No, it wasn't Flat Earth.
No, I'm going to agree with that. It's still Charles Dickens.
I think we'll go. Yes, it's Charles Dickens.
Yay! There you go. Well done.
Oh, okay.
What bird can remember bad memories for up to 5 years? Well, I can tell you, and I don't believe it's the answer. Is magpies can.
Magpies, yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say some sort of COVID.
Or parrot of some sort, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, COVID even.
Cool. Yeah, it's some sort of COVID. I like that.
I've seen one study that shows magpies can remember and pass on memory. Well, not so much pass on, but tell the rest of them to look out for bad people up to 30 years.
The crow.
The crow.
Smart birds, crows.
Kiwis.
Kiwis. Oh, yeah.
Kiwis, apparently.
Kiwis the bird or kiwis?
As in the bird.
Kiwi as
Feather
in the bird,
variety.
not kiwi
Oh.
fruit as in the fruit. Kiwis themselves can remember bad memories up to maybe 4 years. They're Kiwi people.
Kiwi people.
In which country would you find geoglyphs known as the Nazca lines? So
that's
where are the
South
Nazca
America.
lines?
That's
Peru.
Is that Peru? I
Country.
think it's Peru.
Peru or Bolivia?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the country, Terry.
Peru.
Or Chile, is it? I'm going to go with Chile, actually.
I think it's. I'm fairly certain it's Peru.
Nerdalike thinks Mexico. Elmings thinks Peru.
I'm going to go with Chile, I think. Just to be different.
Okay.
Just to be different.
Chile.
Okay.
We've
Yeah.
got
Larry's
so,
going with Chile.
so you got a choice out. You got a choice out in the peanuts there. So the correct answer is Peru.
Hey.
Oh, there you
Nas-
go. No problem.
Nazca lines, isn't it just one big left turn?
NASCAR.
It's one big circle.
Yeah,
Come on.
well played.
Okay. So for my intermittent, I had cracker questions.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
From Cracker.
We had these on Christmas Day. They were terrible.
Yes. Okay. So
Aren't they meant to be jokes? They're usually jokes.
Yeah, well,
aren't
yeah,
they?
they're meant to be.
well, they're meant to be jokes.
Oh, that's right.
Why would you invite a mushroom to a Christmas party?
Because he's
Oh.
a fun guy to be with.
Oh.
That's an obvious one.
That's quite an old one.
Farmers has already had a cracker.
Okay. Who hides in the bakery at Christmas?
Oh God.
No, he doesn't.
Bakery Christmas. Don't remember this one.
I give it that
Me neither.
10 more seconds for the peanuts to catch up. Anyone know who hides? Got no answers.
No.
A mince pie.
Oh, should have known.
yes.
Should have known.
I've still got some mince pies left.
We've still got some.
We
too
had
out
some in
there.
the freezer. You can't get them from the shops anymore. but
Yeah,
yes,
send me a
we got some
couple of
in
your
the
mince pies. They look quite nice, farmers. Send me a couple of them.
freezer. Okay.
Make them yourself. They're easy.
Yeah.
Sure they are.
What's white
I don't want to.
and goes up?
I can think of several answers for that, but I think they're all wrong.
Yeah.
Big one. Go on.
Dirty
No.
old man.
Dirty old man.
Dirty old man.
What's white and goes up? Give them about 5 more seconds out in the peanuts. See if they catch up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Or snowman with
The
a rocket
rocket
booster.
booster. Yeah, that works.
No,
A confused snowflake.
Oh,
Oh,
and
really?
nerd alert, you can thank Bev for us having to do this now.
Yeah.
On which side do chickens have the most feathers?
The outside.
But Paul will get this one.
The
Yeah, the
outside.
outside.
The outside. Yeah, that's correct. The outside. Hmm. Yes. Okay. Let's go back to the yes. No, look. Okay. Back to our trivia questions. Going on the first question. What country has competitive office chair racing?
Oh, that'd have to be the US. That'd be
No,
the
I'd
only-
say it's going to be somewhere like the Netherlands.
It's Sweden.
Chair racing. Yeah,
Hang on.
Sweden. Yeah. Well, I mean, we do have cheese rolling, don't we? When you race a cheese down a
Oh,
hill,
yes.
so it's as ridiculous as that,
Yeah.
and that's
Well, you
that's a
don't.
British
Well, you're
thing.
not technically racing it down. You're just falling with.
Yeah, you're
They,
falling
yeah,
with
well,
it.
they keep trying to ban it because people keep getting limbs broken
Breaking
because
ankles.
Yeah.
well, arms and legs and everything because you're basically
Or
throwing
even-
yourself down the hill.
Yeah.
Or even necks.
Yes, that's true. Next as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well-
been that event. There's been some quite serious injuries actually as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
you-
keep doing
you
it
must-
though.
Still not the most in the world, is it?
But anyway,
You're
what's
not
that got to do with
racist,
chairs?
Nothing.
Well,
I don't know,
Nerdalert
but-
reckons Japan. So let's see. Japan.
Yeah, I reckon Japan could be a quite a good.
Okay.
And it is.
good,
No, it is.
Okay. The last leader of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, he
him.
was before that. What was the restaurant? Was in what restaurant commercial?
Oh, that was McDonald's, I think.
I think it was
Wasn't it?
McDonald's.
Yeah,
I think. I can't
Yeah.
think what else he would have been in.
I'm fairly sure it was McDonald's.
Because
Yeah,
I think
I'll go,
they opened their first one up
Yeah.
whilst he was
Yeah.
premier.
yeah, I'll go with
Yeah.
McDonald's.
You think
Pizza
Oh,
Hut.
McDonald's
Pizza
is
Hut.
Ah,
Oh, wow,
pizza.
restaurant?
Damn.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
No,
I was he a flat earther?
no. Dendrophobia is the fear of what?
Dendros.
Trees.
Trees.
And,
Trees.
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 Yeah.
Got a few trees. Correct. Yes.
Hmm.
Well, we'll just go over to dendro dating.
What is the longest river in Australia?
Oh, come on, you Aussies are going to get this.
The Darling River?
All
The
right.
Murray.
Darling
Murray.
or the-
I said the Murray or the Murrumbidgee, but I think it's the Murray.
I'm sure it's the Murray because I'm sure we talked
Yeah.
about it once upon a time.
Yeah.
They name it
Covers
after the
most.
mint.
Comes over most of the Victorian border, New South Wales Victorian border goes into. So covers the fairway. Okay. China's Yunnan Mountains is the home to 2 Buddhist temples. How many steps must visitors take to reach the site of these temples?
1,000.
I have
Panjin
I'll say 1,000.
Panjin.
I'll go 1,000.
I'll say 2,000. 2,000.
I'm going to go
10,000.
500.
10,000.
10,000. Nerd Alert's guessing 1,000.
I'm going to go with 500.
Zebulon's gone with
No,
the Mississippi
Zebulon.
River.
No, Zebulon. It's not
Zebulon,
Mississippi.
you're a bit slow.
You might be lagging
Just-
a tad.
The
It's like
Mississippi
wrong
River's
continent.
not in Australia.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
God. Okay, what are our guesses? We've got
Would it be
1,000,
not
we've got
yet?
500.
2,000.
Not yet.
They might move it.
Oh, okay.
Depends on your there's Clive, there's steps. Doesn't matter how big your step.
Door's going 4-4-4-4.
4-4. I'll tell you what,
Ah,
I'll go with 6-6-6 in which case then.
Dora's causing trouble then. All the fours.
Doors.
Yeah, all the fours, Dora.
8.
Oh,
I
eight,
was
eight,
far
eight.
off
Oh,
the
to double
10,000, was I?
Oh, Dora wasn't far off. Dora, you should have just
Yeah.
doubled it.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
Elmigs agree with me, 6-6-6, there you go, but we're wrong anyway. But oh well,
Yeah.
whatever.
668, the neighbour of the beast.
Back to the cracker
Neighbour of the
questions.
beast.
Why did the
We'll do that
hedgehog
one.
cross the road?
To get to the other side, of course.
Yeah.
Why else would he cross the road?
Give it
See his
10
flatmate?
seconds. We'll see if you know.
See his flatmate? That's the old one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
see
other
his
one. See his
flatmate,
flatmate.
Yeah, yeah.
Hedgehog sandwich.
What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck? Paul will know this one.
Suck a duck.
What? You what? Suck a duck.
Suck a duck. Who were?
Leave that one. Anyone? No one on that one. Okay.
No.
No.
A Christmas cracker.
No.
Oh.
It wasn't obvious. No, well, okay. What happens to the man who stole an advent calendar?
No, I'm not seeing that one.
He says, because they're terrible. They're allowed.
Supposed to be. They're traditionally terrible.
Supposed to be.
It's supposed to
Don't
be
get good
terrible.
jokes, crackers.
It's supposed to be.
Okay.
Well, they're all dad jokes, aren't they?
He got 12 days.
You
How
got
many
what?
days? Advent calendar, Paul. How many days?
12.
25 days in
5.
advent calendar.
25 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the right track. Just the wrong number of days.
I used to think of 12 days of Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. 25 days in advent. Okay. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? Come on. Think about it. Why would Santa have 3 gardens?
Because he didn't want to.
No.
Well, that's not what? Hmm? That's not even whatever.
This is not even funny, no.
I don't know what.
Not even close to it.
Because he didn't want 2. It's like,
Yeah, he didn't want
that's
2.
Weak. Yeah, he wanted more than 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Think about tools that Santa might use.
Oh, here they go. You got Dora's said one. We had Elven Gardens. Elven.
He thought he'd had Elven Gardens.
Yeah.
So he can ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
Can do that in.
Nerdlet said ho ho.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, just as I've come
that was
across-
rubbish.
I can think of a much better way to ho ho ho.
Yeah. I suppose you could do it in a garden. Yeah.
Okay.
Not this time of
What
year.
was former US President
No.
William Taft's pet cow named?
Oh, these are proper questions now. Okay. I was
Proper
looking for the
I
punch.
didn't
I was
know-
looking
I
for
didn't know
punchline
US
then.
presidents
Oh,
had
go
pet
back
cows.
to the punchline ones if you want.
Is this my cow?
That's my cow.
What a classic
what I
of
would-
Discworld novel that is.
Dora's
this my
saying
cow?
I'd rather almost watch Lindsay or even Bev.
Oh, Lindsay, yes.
Oh.
Bev.
Ev, no. Yeah.
Birthday.
Level is
Dora Rick's
horizontal.
I would have called them cow dinner. Anyway,
Roast beef.
Pauline.
What? Why would you name your cow
Pauline the
Pauline?
cow.
It's not. Yeah, it's not your
I
traditional
wonder.
cow
yeah.
I
name.
wonder what his wife was called.
Please explain.
Yeah, please explain.
That's an Aussie joke. Yes. I could say this wrong. How many vaginas do a kangaroo have?
I've heard it's 2, isn't it, or something, or 3, or something like that. I know they've got more than one.
Nuns is out. We get a couple of nuns out in the
What?
zeros.
We got
so
some
it's
nuns.
not- yeah, not nuns, zeros.
Run away.
Keep the habit.
Yes. Okay, got some zeros. We
I
got any
haven't.
answers in inside?
You'd kind of thought that being mammals, they might at least have one.
Kangaroos don't lay
Kangaroos
eggs.
lay eggs. Kangaroos don't lay eggs. No. It's only two marsupials that lay eggs, and they're not kangaroos. Who was that?
That's Alan coming back in.
Or Bong Bing.
Okay. Okay. Any internal?
No,
answers?
I thought
You're
just
gonna lay
the
a
one.
number?
At least one.
At
I
least
think,
one.
I think it's going to be more than one. I don't know how many,
I
but
was going to say, given that it's a trivia question, it's not going to be 3.
oh, there you go. I said 2 or 3. Oh,
There you go. 3.
Well, that's
Have
just
fun.
greedy, isn't it?
yeah, it is a
It
bit.
is a little bit.
What
No,
about
sorry,
the
it
male?
just reads goes-
What about the male kangaroos? Do they have more than one
Yeah, they got
No.
three.
fingerling?
They got three.
It's like a three. It'd be like a 3-pin plug then, wouldn't it? Like in the
No,
UK.
no, but he's got two. He's got two very close friends.
I can see the images piling up in your guys' minds. You should be able to get this one.
Oh God, no! I'm not. I'm not saying it.
Take it. No, no.
No, on principle, I'm not bloody saying it. No.
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 Let's move on. Florence Nightingale aided the sick and wounded during what war?
You didn't say the answer for the last one,
If
Timber.
we know, just don't.
He would. Blue wouldn't let me say it. I was trying to say it, but he wouldn't let me.
Florence Nightingale. That would be the Crimean War, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Got a couple of Crimean Wars in the side, and we've got a World War One out. We've got a Civil War out there,
Civil War,
and another Crimea War.
Oh, it's the Crimea War. Definitely the
It's
Crimea.
Crimea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was the Crimean
The
War.
lady with the lamp.
Yeah.
She was. Who was the first performer at Woodstock in 1969?
The first performer.
I can't remember.
Jimi Hendrix.
You were obviously there then.
No.
No.
Yeah, I was there. I can't remember. No,
Jimi
I
Hendrix
there.
wasn't the first to play, but he was.
No.
I think he was the first one to demand some money for playing there. I think, unless I'm mistaken.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm
Don't
just seeing
think
if
it was Jimi
anyone comes
Hendrix.
up. We've got John Sebastian Strauss. No.
It wasn't
Don't
Strauss.
think he played at Woodstock.
Was it Beethoven by any chance?
Oh, just imagine one of them at Woodstock. Here, you'll know this one.
Da-da-da-dum.
Da-da-da-dum.
Was it female or male?
It was a performer who was named Richie Havens.
No, I never heard of him.
That's okay. I didn't think.
No, I don't know who
didn't
that
think
is.
anyone would
Never
get
heard
that.
of him.
The people that
What-
didn't know what they didn't.
From what I heard about
did you go to Woodstock, Blue?
No, missed it.
Missed it.
About that
Oh,
much. Yeah.
Mate, if he was there, he probably wouldn't remember anyway.
That's what they
Nonetheless.
say.
Yeah, if you remember Woodstock, you weren't there.
Exactly.
Adora, you can shut your eyes now. Okay. Who is Santa's favourite singer?
Oh, back to these again.
Oh God, now you've got to try and work out what the joke is.
Mm.
Favorite singer. It's not gonna be something stupid like Elvish, is it?
Possibly.
Yeah,
Elvis
Elvis.
is a good
Yeah, it'd
answer.
have to be Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis.
Oh, Elvish.
Elvish.
Elvis.
Elvis
Elfish.
Presley.
Elfish.
Elvis,
Elvis.
is too fat to leave
Elf
the
is
building.
Presley.
Okay. What did Santa say to the smoker?
Here, can I ponce one of them off you?
Oh, gives a fag.
Gives a fag.
Bag. Bag. Got no answers? We'll just see if anyone comes out.
Of course, you can't say fag in front of Americans, though. Farms, don't forget. That
Why
means
not?
something else. Well, because
Well-
it means something else.
Well, that's their fault, isn't it?
Please don't smoke.
Bad for
It's
my
bad
elf.
for my
That's
elf.
my elf.
Oh,
Mm.
God. Another elf joke.
Yeah.
Another elf joke. Whoops, broken it. Yeah. There we go. What did Adam say to his wife on the day before Christmas? I don't know the answer to this one.
What is this? Adam, as in Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably.
yes.
The first two humans on the planet, and they're still celebrating Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah.
That idea. That's, yeah.
I think Dora may even have it.
Christmas Eve. Oh, okay.
Is it worth?
It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Which Eve would say, "The bloody hell's Christmas?"
Oh,
What are you on about?
The boss's son's coming for dinner tomorrow. What
Lays
lies at the bottom of the sea and shivers?
Jellyfish.
Well, if it
Tell me
lies, it has
now.
to be Bev, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What lies? No, just leave that as what lies. Bev.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a nervous wreck.
wreck, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Okay.
Not SpongeBob SquarePants.
No.
Ancient Romans boiled vinegar and what to make an energy drink?
Piss.
Ooh, we've got a urine.
No, I said piss.
Oh,
Goat poop.
Goat poop.
Oh, you were close, farmers. You were close.
Oh, and that's their equivalent of
An energy drink.
Red Bull. Yeah.
Red Bull.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Red
was-
Bull. Yeah.
Well, what would you
Yeah.
do if someone said, "Here, have a drink of these"? You'd run, right?
Particularly if you sniffed it first. And you go, what the bloody hell's this? Oh, it's just vinegar and goat shit. Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we put a lot of crap in our bodies. It's just a different kind of crap. It's quite literally in those days, it was crap.
Well, from the way the stuff tastes, I'm pretty sure they didn't change the recipe. We're still using it.
Yeah, exactly.
That Red Bull's disgusting.
Might as well.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's like medicine, isn't it? It's, ugh.
Oh.
As well as the crap that's in it. There's so many chemicals, it's ridiculous. Anyway,
Here we go. Moving
how
on.
do you pronounce that?
I'm just trying to
Wrongly?
remember.
Bukkake.
Probably.
Cut?
Pikachu. Pikachu.
No, it's not Bukaki.
You're not Bukaki.
It's traditional Korean. I can't get Korean right.
Ask me what kimchi is, I could tell you, but I don't know what that is.
You going to
Kimchi, I
pronounce
know-
that
yeah,
word
I know
or
what
not?
kimchi is. Yeah, I did. Weren't you listening?
No, I was
What did I
waiting
say
for
to
Matt.
you?
I thought Matt pronounced it.
He
No.
pronounced it.
Oh,
He
no, I
pronounced it.
No, that wasn't me. That was Blue, I think, or Paul, or somebody. I didn't say
Didn't do
Bukaki.
it.
Somebody else
Don't
did.
blame me. I
Bukake.
didn't do it.
Paul then.
No.
Blowfish.
Blowfish. It's a blowfish, you think? Actually, a fan dance.
The fan dance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Blowfish wasn't he the baddie in the James Bond films?
He was Lewis in the. He was just part of the band.
All right. I thought it was a food you were after, not a bloody dance.
Sorry, that
Sounded like some food, didn't it? Chacham.
The mascot of go see to Japan is what? What sort of thing would a Japanese have?
I don't know. They have all sorts of weird mascots. A mouse or something.
They are just weird. The Japanese are just weird.
They are weird.
Yes, I know it was Blofeld, Dora. Oh, Zulu's on.
There's tentacles.
Of course, it's going to be on this time of the year.
Channel 5.
Okay.
It's just started, Zulu. Don't throw bloody spears at me.
Me. Except he did say that.
dancing,
He never said
dancing businessman with a fish head.
Damn,
Oh,
I was
oh.
close too.
that. Like I said, the Japanese are weird.
Which Christian missionary allegedly banished all of the snakes from Ireland? There you go. You should get that one.
St. Patrick.
St. Patrick.
Yeah, St. Patrick. Yeah. Mhm.
What dog breed has a name that translates to little bushwood dog?
Oh, I've heard this. Can't remember the answer though. I don't know. I'm just going to guess. Is it chinchilla or something? Or I don't know.
No, chinchillas are not. Chinchillas are a type of small rodent from South America.
Oh, not chinchilla. There's a name of a dog that's something similar to sounds
Chihuahua?
similar to.
It's-
No,
Chihuahua?
not even
Yeah.
Chihuahua. What is it?
That's what he sounds like. Now just give us his name.
Yeah. No, don't know.
Don't know. I've got no answers out there. It's not a dingo. No,
Might have been Chihuahua. I was thinking of maybe.
it's a Shiba Inu.
Shiba
Never
Inu.
heard of it.
Never heard of it either. No.
I'm not really into dogs.
Who's drawing on my screen? Get off the.
Hey, do you like Dags?
That Dags. Is that a Dag?
Dags.
That's probably your daughter, was it? Probably trying to draw a dog. Or actually, that was
Terry.
you, wasn't it? Trying to draw a
That's him
dog.
drawing a dag.
It's Terry drawing on your thing, is it? What's he doing now? What's that meant to be?
Who did that?
That's going to be a hat, isn't it? We're getting a John Stock, aren't we?
Classic Aussie.
You know the Peanuts can see us drawing.
Yeah, that'd be John.
Oh dear.
John.
There we go. Okay.
Can you draw a bottle of beer in his hand? You got to do that.
Okay.
If it's John,
Give me a second.
if it's John, it's got
I'll
to
fix
put a bottle of
it.
beer in there somewhere.
I'll fix it.
Ah.